Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ingalls Field in Ripon, Wisconsin for tonight's WIAA Division II Level 4 playoff action between the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts and the Waunakee Warriors. J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski, Mike, Joel, Will up here in the booth, and we are ready for what can only be said is going to be probably an instant classic once again. We've seen a lot of great games with these Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts, and why not one more here right before the season ends?
No, you're absolutely right. I've only been here for one game. I was here getting you guys ready during opening week against Ashwaubenon. And since then, I've been keeping track from afar. It's been a magical season for the Galloping Ghosts. But it is going to be as tough of a test as you're going to find in the state. I don't care what division you're in this one. Waunakee is a team, I described it earlier, they are the Kimberly of Division II. They have been a perennial powerhouse for years.
Yes, that is true.
To get through them is a Herculean task in and of itself, but if any team can do it, it's going to be Kaukauna.
Absolutely. Let's dive on into this one. Do a little deep dive on Waunakee because not a lot of information on my part on them. So this is what I found out. Established in 1947, that's when their football program started at Waunakee. Coach has been here, Coach Rice, since 1992. And this team has been a powerhouse, like you were saying. 4-time state runner-up, 7-time champion, most recently in 2021. This year was their 40th conference championship in the Badger Large, where they were undefeated. Last week, they are 12-0, 7-0 in the conference. Last week, a 49-14 victory over a good New Richmond team, but they handled them very easily.
Absolutely. The Big River is a tough conference in and of its own right. To handle New Richmond is quite the task. They haven't really been tested that much this year. They have been a team that has been rolling through this one, and I know they're not going to be thinking that. Coach Rice we talked to him to talk about post-game stuff, and you could see his laser focus, staring straight ahead. He was ready to go.
Very intimidating. Offensively, they are very, very good. Offensively and defensively, folks, this is a very good football team. 49 points per game, just under 400 yards per game, a lot of that on the ground. They have 50 rushing touchdowns coming into this one. Yeah. And on defense, just as good, 0 rushing touchdowns given up, 129 yards per game. The big stat here, 53 points the entire season. That's 4 points a game.
Yeah, it's terrifying to look at some of their numbers. Their tackle for loss numbers are absurd. They have guys over 20, like numerous guys over 10. They live in opponents' backfields.
Absolutely. And then Vance Johnson, quarterback, 90 of 120, 1,600 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Ben Lindley, leading rusher, 96 attempts, 1,100 yards, 21 touchdowns. Sebastian Rasmussen, the second leading rusher, with 68 attempts, just under 500 yards and 11 touchdowns. And David Emmerich, the leading receiver, 34 receptions, 78 yards and 7 touchdowns. Also have to watch out for Robert Booker, the second tight end, 6'6", 217, and you told me going to UCLA.
Yeah, he was originally a Badger commit. Decommitted late in the process, ended up committing to UCLA not long after. He's going to be going in the Pac-12, actually going back to the Big Ten.
I was going to say, still Big Ten. As we do have the nation's colors, we'll be stepping aside to listen to the national anthem. Beautiful job once again, like all season long, the Kaukauna Marching Band performing the national anthem. Let's keep on going with this one. Let's dive on to the Kaukauna Galloping
I was
Ghosts.
about to say the same thing. Let's jump in.
Fox Valley Association co-conference champions with the Kimberly Papermakers. The big victory, beating the big brother of sorts. First time in over 30 years we were able to get that victory over Kimberly, and they continue rolling on since. Last week, a 42-13 victory over Cedarburg. 27 points per game, 341 yards, and pretty balanced. 20 touchdowns through the air, 22 on the ground, but 165 on the ground and 175 through the air. Defensively, it's been the mainstay. The defense has won a lot of games for the Galloping Ghosts this year, and the defense has been very good. 14 points per game, 221 yards, 13 interceptions, led by that Carson Van Dinter and the rest of that secondary on the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts side.
As you see them head out to midfield. Not only the Kimberly game, the Nino win as well.
Yep.
It's huge. The FVA is
very tough.
Is a brutal conference to get through. And when you're one of the smaller schools in that conference as well, they have been unbelievable to watch. And we're so glad at Zaleski Sports to have been able to follow this team all year long. It's been a blast. And hopefully we'll get another week of it.
Yeah, got to take it one game at a time.
We'll see if Waunakee, well, again, they can do it. You got to get through Waunakee. The Warriors, man, this is going to be.
It's going to be a good one. Offense led by Finley Dorio, 2,000 passing yards, 20 touchdowns. Connor Kinchlow, Aiden Reardon, and Kyle Crest, the rushing three-headed monster attack. Then there's 4 great receivers, Parker Shue, Kavanaugh Weinberg, Nolan Hall, and Danny Poor. Danny Poor the second had the kick return for a touchdown last week. Let's look a little bit more, dive onto this since we got a little bit of time here before kickoff. There's 5 teams in the Fox Valley area still in it. Kimberly and Marquette will be facing. That's Division 1. Everywhere except Division 7 has a Fox Valley area team in it. Luxembourg Casco Catholic Memorial, that's D4. D3, Notre Dame Rice Lake. D5, Wrightstown St. Croix Falls. And Kewanee and Darlington in D6. Fox Valley, you said it, this whole area over here, I come from central Wisconsin. The football here is completely different, and it's awesome.
And you talk about those D6 teams. This is also one of 3 games we have on Zaleski Sports tonight. Of course, we have in D6 Stratford.
Yep.
Is taking on.
And Edgar, too, is.
Yeah, Edgar's taking on Bangor.
Yep. So we're ready here. 29 to kick off.
Stratford and Grantsburg, I should say, over in Chippewa Falls.
Meinholtz, Poor and Weinberg back to return. The Ghosts and the Warriors. One will go to Camp Randall, and we'll find out here in 4 short quarters. Danny Poor on the return. He'll get to the 20 in a fight for the ball. Waunakee coming right out strong.
They took on those blocks right away and just fought through them. It looked right off the reception of the kickoff. It looked blocked really well. It looked like he was going to have a seam at about the 15 to cut up the right hash. But Waunakee was able to shed those blocks and make a quick play.
And that's kind of how that kickoff went last week. He kind of patiently weaved his way through, and he just got into the pile of all the blocks, and he took off through the seam, and it was gone after that. Finley Dorio on the offense side now.
Looks like a 4-man front for Waunakee. They're going to do a 4-3 look, and everyone in the box.
Connor Kinchlow, the running back, he'll get his first carry. No, it's a quarterback keep. Had me fooled. That's Finley Dorio. He'll get to the far side and out of bounds. Around the 23-yard line, short game.
Mark him with a gain of, looks like 2. This will be 2nd down and 8.
And that was something they used a lot. Once they get in that groove, they rush that zone run with Kinchlow, Reardon, and Kress.
And that's going to be tough to do on a 4-man front. The defensive ends are going to be trying to hold the point as well as they can. So we'll see how quickly they can get Finley out into space.
And Finley's got the 2nd fastest 40 time on the team. He's got wheels.
Yeah, we've seen that this year.
That we have. No safeties high, handoff fake. They're going to go a quick out route Nolan Hall's way. He catches it and brought down immediately. Tackle played by Brady Cizek. And only a gain of about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 on the reception.
We'll see where they officially mark it. Give him a gain of 3, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Interesting to see here an extra lineman checking in for Kaukauna.
And we'll see where the unbalance is going to be. And that was a really, you're right, Cizek with a really strong tackle. That's a tough throw to make. Far or near hash.
And good to see Hall. He had a couple drops last week. The cold weather, 34 degrees at kickoff. Not affecting the hands of the senior receiver.
No, it's a nice night. It's cold, but it's not raining or anything like that, or wind isn't bad either.
Good Wisconsin weather.
Typical November, Wisconsin.
2 H-backs to the right, handoff going left. That is Kinchlow, and the defense for Waunakee. The story of the season for them. Stops it, a little extra pushing and shoving right to the whistle. And Waunakee is pumped up after that big stop. Maybe a yard on the gain for Kinchlow.
Looks like Samuel Hoagland and Noah Joseph linebackers in on the hit. They give him nothing. He had no gain on the play.
Looks like back deep to return is number 25, Sullivan Scandon, to kick Hoffman for the Galloping Ghosts.
Standing at his own 43-yard line. Looks like Waunakee, depending on the kick here, will get really good starting field position just a couple minutes in.
Hoffman's
it's a short kick.
Yeah, short kick coming to the near side. Traffic and caught around the 47-yard line.
Right at the 47, just right of the hash.
That was actually number 26, Daniel Cotter. So one good defense comes off the field just for another good defense. The Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. Carson Van Dinter, the Iowa State commit, will lead that defense out on the field. Sawyer Steinecke, that defense has been tough this year.
This is, and we were talking with some of the fans here and the PA announcer. This game could be a 1st to 14 type of night.
Definitely. Vance Johnson, double running back formation, snap, handoff, going off the right side into a pile, bouncing off one of his own players. That's a good carry there by running back number 24, Benjamin Lindley, leading rusher for this Warriors team.
Looks like he'll get about 4. Yeah, you're right. He flew through the hole and bounced off his own guy.
And Waunakee, not, I wouldn't say fast-paced, but quick, no-huddle offense. Slot to the left, Booker, the tight end to the right, double running back.
Oh, they did sub. So they have to give Kaukauna a chance, so that our umpire came in and
stopped the play.
Yeah, now we're good to go.
Quick play. Fumble? Is that a fumble? No.
The counter right.
I got confused there. Nice play by Lindley going off the right side. He'll get another good gain. Seeing all the linemen go down, first thought was a fumble.
Counter back right. They pulled everyone left and countered backside for a gain of 5. Really good play by the Kaukauna defense to not fall for it.
3rd and 2. This is a big third down inside Kaukauna territory at the 45. Snap, rolling Johnson to the right. He's got the first down and some more inside the 35, pushing the pile to the 30, inside the 30, and dragged down just short of the 25-yard line.
That's a gain of about 19?
Just about 19. What a carry. A design quarterback run off the right side.
And then after that, he got in space. Then the blockers did the rest. And we talked about before we went on the air with Waunakee, not the biggest team, but they can run. They have wheels.
229 rushing yards on the season per game. Handoff Lindley up the middle, spinning his way through, and he'll get down to the first down yardage.
And he'll have it. They immediately called to stop the clock, a first down.
And Waunakee on fire right now. This offense moving the ball with ease against the Kaukauna defense.
4 plays, 37 yards, all on the ground.
Late changes coming in here. Kaukauna likes to keep their players fresh. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line about. Double running back formation. Snap, Johnson, handoff up the middle. Not Lindley this time.
Pretty good push up the interior, though. He's
got a gain of 6. Doesn't look like it off the snap, but that's a good carry. Who do we have on a number here? Is that Rasmussen? 25. Scandon. 2nd down. The Kaukauna fans making some noise here. Scandon in motion. Fake to the running back Lindley. Pass out to Scandon. Tripped up, I think, by his own receiver. Good job on the outside. Number 29.
Turf Monster got him.
29 for Kaukauna. That is Luke Tetzloff pushing the receiver back, tripping up Scandon, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They had to wait to start their blocks before the pass, so Caden McKenzie couldn't get his hands on the defender, and then at that point Scanlon got tripped up by the turf.
Big 3rd down here. Snap, Johnson looking, throwing. McKenzie's way over his head, incomplete. It was there. McKenzie, he's a big receiver at 6'3", 182, but just out of his reach.
Very surprised that that's the play they ran on 3rd down. Usually you run that play if you're going to go for it on 4th. But looks like
they're bringing in kick.
The field goal unit's coming out.
Yeah, and they do have a good kicker watching in pregames. That's Owen Elliott. He has a good leg.
So after they ran the ball all the way down the field, then they went back-to-back passes on second and third down.
And this is where it's not just the kicker's leg. There's the whole process. Snap, hold, kick up.
I think he missed it.
He missed it
wide right.
He pushed it to the right, and it's no good, and that's a win if you're Kaukauna's defense.
Absolutely. You could tell he didn't get good contact. That ball just kind of floated. There wasn't any power behind it. And it just kept on slicing right.
And I'm kind of surprised at that because there was no pressure. It kind of looked like both the offense and defensive line just kind of sat back.
Everything was good there. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just missed it. So, again, this could be a first to 10. The defense is staying strong early, and now a chance for the Galloping Ghost offense to try and get something going.
Got to get that offense going. You got to rely on the rush. The rushing attack, really, for Kaukauna has really spurred their offense starting, and that opens up your passing game.
And the lineup, nothing on the short side of the field.
Snap, handoff, that's going. Connor Kinchlow. And that Waunakee defense doing it again.
Noah Joseph, first man in. Number 54.
Looking at the stats, nobody wins on paper. But this defense, 4 points per game on average. Obviously, how do you get 4 points? 2 safeties. But that is just an unprecedented number. 53 points allowed in the season.
And those numbers you don't see in the bigger divisions. Those are numbers you see in things like D6, D7.
Yep. The powerhouses like Edgar, the strong defenses like Stratford.
Yep, Edgar, Stratford, Regis last year was like that.
So
Kimberly was like that for a long time in D1.
Absolutely. Hall and Weinberg to the right. Finley Doriel is going to get his first pass attempt here. Pressure coming late. Throwing and just off the fingertips of Kavanaugh Weinberg.
Really, it didn't miss it by much, but I like that idea. He's not afraid to throw it in between the coverage. There was an over-under look.
That was a big throw.
And, he missed it not by much. It wasn't by much. It was just a really solid play. But if he can show he can drop that play in, that's going to open up things even further for this offense going forward.
And it's going to be big on protection, too, how that offensive line, one of the best offensive lines in FVA, how that offensive line can hold up against Waunakee's defensive front.
But this is a situation you don't want to be in, third and long against a team that really gets after the quarterback.
And 3 down linemen on this play. Only bring in 3. Finley Doriel under duress. Hit and brought down.
He ran into his own tackle.
Brought down at the 10. And
I think it was Sam Hoagland.
Finley Doriel is not getting up.
Oh, yeah, Doriel is still down at the 11-yard line. We're going to
step aside.
Yeah, we'll step aside.
You're watching Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA!
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Back here at Ingalls Field, injured Kaukauna Ghost is Finley Doriel still on the turf, sitting up, so we'll have to see what comes out of this. I'd like to mention one of our sponsors, Stop Construction. Stop Construction, as Finley Doriel gets to his feet. Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction has been partnering with private and public customers since 1984. Stop Construction has its own service and fabrication department to assist with any municipal and industrial situation. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company.
Doriel being helped off and not putting any pressure. He's literally being carried by his linemen.
He did have an injury to his knee last week, and I was talking with his father and as well as trainers. He has had a knee injury in the past. We do not want to speculate
And we will not.
We'll hope for the best for Mr. Dorio.
Absolutely.
4th and long for a punting situation for Kaukauna now.
Yeah, they'll kick it from their own goal line. Return setting at the Kaukauna 40. It's another fairly short kick, fair catch.
High kick, fair catch called for and brought down by number 26, Daniel Cotter.
So, again, great field position on the plus side of the field at the 38.
And this is a moment where it's all about how you react. Right now, one of your senior leaders, your big offensive leader, is out.
Conference Player of the Year.
Conference Player of the Year is out. How are you going to react? This team has the talent to keep moving on. You just can't hang your head on this one moment.
Yep.
1st and 10 for Waunakee at the 38-yard line of Kaukauna. Vance Johnson, handoff fake, going to go on a short out route. Caught and driven out of bounds. Late hit, no flag. Going to get a good gain, close to 10. That's number 15 on the reception, David Emmerich, leading receiver. Give him a gain of 9. He'll be 2nd in inches.
It is about a 6-yard just comeback route. Turned upfield, was able to get a couple extra yards. So, yeah, 2nd and 1. Waunakee so far, they've been playing ahead of the sticks so far on offense.
Snap, Lindley, hit and brought down in the backfield. There's the defensive answer. No gain on the play. Tackle made by number 32, Sam Lever. Lost
a yard. That's a really, really good tackle.
And that's how you answer to a situation that just happened. The defense.
And now you got to do it again.
Defense has been one of the main leaders of this team.
You actually have to do that twice. This is going to be 4-down territory for Waunakee after missing the field goal last time.
After missing the field goal, absolutely.
Because if they wanted to, it would be 48 yards from here.
Snap, handoff, Lindley into the pile, hit.
He's going to have it. He's got
just barely fell forward. Hit at the line of scrimmage. First person there is number 50 or 60. The wrong side of the roster. Number 60, Spencer Shimerick.
The line got enough push for just about a yard. And Kaukauna met him in the hole, but he was able to just fall forward enough to get that new set of downs.
Actually, tackle made by number 50, Colin Mossberger. Vance Johnson rolling to the right, evades one tackle, hit, flag flies. This will be a hold. And this is a gain of only a yard, but it will be a holding on Waunakee. As another
thrown by our white hat.
Yep, that's coming from behind the play. That's normally a hold. And it looked like it. The defensive end got tackled.
Yeah, it is a hold. Called on Waunakee.
And you take the penalty yardage here.
Oh, every time.
Every time.
If it's 1st down, you make it 1st and 20.
We talked about this with a lot of the teams late in the season with playing Kaukauna. Force a team that's great at running to throw the ball. Granted, this is Waunakee. They're good at throwing the ball too. But you want to take a team that's a primary rush team and make them throw the ball. Especially with the secondary like Kaukauna has.
Yeah, they can jump any route.
Newman, Van Dinter, Tetzloff, a whole gain out there. Snap, jet sweep. Off the left side and hit and brought down. Carson Van Dinter on the tackle. Carry there by number 25, Sullivan Scandon.
So looks like he got 5 on the play. And again, that's the second time we've seen him trip on the turf. So maybe his spikes aren't long enough, but it's twice now he has stumbled. And they ran right behind their big tight end as well.
Mr. Booker trips to the right. He's on the left side.
We'll watch him maybe leak out here.
Checking the play, get the defensive read, check the play to the sidelines. Here we go. Checking back to the offensive lines, Vance Johnson.
And nothing short side besides the tight end.
Snap, Lindley hit and brought down 74. That's Logan Arft. No gain.
Looks like he actually lost a yard.
Logan Arft, another one of these young kids on this Kaukauna defense, a junior, making a big play. He's been all season long making big plays, and here's 3rd and long.
And this is exactly why you took that penalty on 1st down.
Slot right, or lone receiver left. Wheel route coming out of the backfield. Time, Arf pressure. He's going to get in on a crossing route, breaking tackles, and getting close to the first down yardage, and he got it. Reception there by Emmerich.
He needed 15, he got 17. That move that he made in the space got him the 1st down. He made just a shimmy. Looking like Shady McCoy out there.
A little bit. Defense gets some changes here. Snap, fake. Johnson throwing, far side, great coverage and incomplete. John Newman on the far side making a big play. Great coverage on the outside.
I went through all of the emotions on that play. I thought it was going to be caught. I thought it was going to be picked. And then it ended just falling incomplete. Like when you see the ball in the night sky, you're thinking Newman's got great position on him. Then it got passed in. The receiver looked like he had hands on it. And then you see it land behind and go toward the ambulance. Like, well, okay.
Slot to the right. H-back right. Tight end Booker to the left side. Running back Lindley. Right hip of Johnson. Fake to him. Rolling. Pressure by Arft. Vance Johnson rolling. Running heel. Co-up field. And drug out of bounds. Drug down from behind. He's still going to get a gain of about 5. That's great pressure. Logan Arft once again disrupting the backfield.
And also good play by him as well to not go too far upfield and lose the corner even further. He wasn't going to catch it, but he limited it to 5.
Snap. They're going to go bubble screen. Far side. Oh, initially played right, but Emmerich, shifty, almost gets in. Down to the 1.
Yeah, about the 1.
Yeah, that was initially played very well by that Kaukauna defense, beating the block. Kaukana's got to get one last player out. Quick to do it. That was a late substitute. I don't think that's the original guy that's supposed to come out, but it's a goal-to-goal situation. 1st and goal. Johnson, snap, handoff, Lindley into the teeth. Touchdown, Waunakee. They find pay dirt first.
Big play on that drive, that 3rd and 15. Kaukauna had him behind the sticks, but Emmerich made just the one move after making that catch.
He is shifty.
We said it before we went on the air. This team has speed for days. They're built for a turf and a surface like this. They're built for a place like Camp Randall with the speed that they have. They put them on a fast track and look out.
Owen Elliott, the point after. Snap, hold, kick, up. This time it is good.
It's true.
So the score, 3:21 left in the first quarter. The Waunakee Warriors find the board first. It's a 7-0 score. You're watching Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son. The fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in, they don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Back here at Ingalls Field, a 7-0 score. It took 2 possessions, but we finally found pay dirt for one team. The Waunakee Warriors doing it on the ground, their 51st rushing touchdown of the season. And the offense for Kaukauna, Luco. Yep. On to kick, number 29, Aiden Meinholtz. Junior kicker, 5'8", 160. Back deep to return, Kavanaugh Weinberg and Danny Poor the second. Meinholtz, that's a good line drive kick, and it's going to hit at the 1 and roll through the end zone. Danny Poor didn't want anything to do with that kick. And Kaukauna will have their 3rd possession. Luco, the quarterback now for the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. Andrew Luco. I'll get it right. 5'8", 5'11", 180 junior quarterback. Going to rely on him more than ever. Luco on the gun, running back. That is Aiden Reardon. Reardon hit hard and dropped at the 20. That's a big-time hit by number 44. That is Sam Hogland.
Yeah, we've seen Hogland a lot already in the early going here.
Maybe a half a yard on the gain, if that.
Yeah, looks like they gave him a yard.
2nd and 9, just inside the 3-minute mark. Slot to the right, stack slot. That's Cavi Weinberg and Nolan Hall. Parker Shue far to the left side. Reardon now at the left hip of Luco. Throwing far side, got his man and falling forward.
It's a really nice throw.
And not only is that a really nice throw, Parker Shue on the reception, that's a confidence boost. Your entire team, all it takes is one completion. If that was an incompletion, you can feel the entire situation change. A completion there is huge for the junior quarterback to start building that confidence with this team.
And with Waunakee playing kind of like that cover 2, it seems like, keeping the corners shallow and trying to jump routes.
Stack slot to the right, double tight end. Reardon to the left hip. Snap, handoff, up the middle. Aiden Reardon gets the first down.
He's going to get 5.
And he'll get pushed back, but he doesn't go down. He's got the first down.
Cameron Mariano.
1st and 10, Kaukauna.
Is who made the hit.
Ball now at the 35-yard line of Kaukauna. A full house here at Ingalls Field in Ripon, Wisconsin.
Man, even just getting that first down now is great because it gives your defense a little bit of a breather, even if it's just the one first down.
Pressure showing off the far side. Double H back to the right. Snap. Reardon into that Waunakee teeth of that defense, and maybe he'll get a yard.
Looks like they're going to give him a yard.
That's a tough defensive front. 99 Wade Bryan, 6'2", 212.
Yeah, McCoy Smith in there as well. Look like 97, I thought I saw.
Yep, 5'9", 205. That's a sophomore.
And then Ryan Busson, 6'2", 196. Again, Waunakee, they're not the biggest team as far as size-wise, width-wise, but they seem like they really know how to work with their hands. They're able to shed blocks very well.
When you have a coach like Coach Rice since 1992, fake the handoff here. Luco looking deep and intercepted. Tried to get it to Parker Shue, and that's intercepted. Jake Bova. He's trying to make a play now. Chased down by offensive lineman. He's going to get it all the way back inside the 30, down to the 23-yard line of Kaukauna.
Yeah, that was just, I was about to say it was a great blitz pickup by Reardon in the backfield, but then Luco just, he sailed the throw. It was a one-man route.
Yep, I didn't see anything else.
It was a one-man route. The safety was just sitting there waiting and watching. And the throw led the receiver too far, and Bova was just sitting there waiting.
And I think they kind of disguise that safety. That safety plays
very deep.
It's a different kind of form for somebody who hasn't got a lot of snaps. Might have been confusing. Snap, handoff up the middle. The defense trying to rip that ball out. That's number 27 on the carry.
Sebastian Rasmussen.
That's the second leading rusher on this Waunakee Warrior team.
Yeah, first time we're seeing him tonight. He gets 3.
And right back to the line of scrimmage. Waunakee keeping the pedal down. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Johnson throwing. He's got all day. Jump ball to Booker. Carson Van Dinter. Interception.
They were trying to go to the big man, going to Booker.
D1 commit to D1 commit.
Big 12 against Big 10.
Yes, what a play. Carson Van Dinter.
And I don't think I want to say I am glad that they let that play out.
It was close.
Van Dinter pushed.
That was a big close. I thought the same thing.
Van Dinter easily, and most weeks probably would have gotten called for PI there, but they're just hand fighting. But Booker was moved off his route very easily, it seemed like that time.
Yeah.
He was moved off his route, and just a great play.
I'm not going to lie, before I got into that interception call, I was really watching the officials for a flag. I thought it was, but
both teams turn it over, back-to-back picks.
The defense for both teams been the storyline all season, and it continues here tonight. 9 seconds. We'll get one more play here in the quarter. Luku, snap, handoff, Kinchlow.
Nothing,
and that'll be the end of quarter 1. What a first quarter. Lots of storylines going into quarter number 2, but the score stands 7-0. The Waunakee Warriors with the lead. You're watching Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
Back here, 1 quarter down here in level 4 playoff action. A 7-0 score for the Waunakee Warriors over the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. What a first quarter. Lots. The defenses, I would say, playing up to bill. And the Waunakee offense playing up to their billing, too.
It's helped that they've had 2 short fields for Waunakee.
Yes, very true.
Their touchdown drive started at the 38. So we haven't really a chance to see too much. Kaukauna's been behind the 8 ball really since the opening kickoff, and now without Finley Doria, who, again, everyone huddling around him. Last drive, I saw all the skill position players out there, and we hope he can come back, but it's not looking likely. And so it's going to be up to Luco.
He'll get the snap. Pressure coming, hit, and brought down. And that's
Ryan Bussin. Yeah, no chance.
Once again, field position, putting them behind the sticks. It's going to be 3rd and 20.
It's a loss of 11 on the play.
I don't know. Bussin came through.
He got through the block right away for the tight end.
I was going to say, I think they had number 14 there on the outside. That was
Cameron Dorn?
Yeah, Dorn. As a receiver listed as a tight position.
And listed only 120 pounds. And
yeah, Bussin's going to win a lot of the times out of that matchup. 3rd and long here.
Is where you think of like a screen or something just to get out of the shadow of your own goal line.
They will run it, and they'll get some extra yards for Hoffman to kick.
I mean, it's plays like that in level 4. It's nothing you can do about it. It's just the way it is.
Absolutely.
But you can't be playing behind the sticks. You can't be playing behind
field
with
position.
2nd and 3rd and long.
I wish I had the stat. I forget. My coach when I was in high school, he had where the starting field position is at every 5 yards. If you're within that 5 yards, the percentages to score. And it was crazy once you get past the 30 how astronomically that percentage went up. And Waunakee's going to get probably good field position here. This is a better kick by Hoffman. Fair catch called for and caught.
The 44.
44.
Absolutely. And again, just looking forward, kind of looking to make their second trip. First since 1992.
Yep.
And they had the silver ball there. Waunakee.
They've been there a lot.
They're looking for their 12th.
Yes.
And the first since 2021.
Where they won.
They won, yes. They also won in 17, 11, 10, 9. They had a three-peat.
Yep, and they tied the state record for 48 wins.
Yep. Also
consecutive.
2002 and 1999. And also all these appearances go back to 99. So all under Coach Rice.
Snap. Johnson's going to throw. Only one man in the route. Going deep and great coverage. Overthrown. John Newman, though. He wasn't going to let Emmerich get to that one. Pass falls incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Newman ran the route for the receiver. Yep. That was just
he ran a better route.
Easy post up the hash. The throw, he tried to lead him to the left hash, and the throw didn't have enough on it. But Newman with a just brilliant, perfect job flipping the hips and staying with a receiver like Emmerich.
Handoff here, up the middle, bouncing off tackles. That's Lindley. Big tackle, though. Is that John Newman? That's Carson Van Dinter coming up from the secondary.
And he's fired up, looks right at his sideline saying, let's go.
That's a senior leader right there. Gain of about 4 on the carry for Lindley.
8 carries, 24 yards for Lindley. So they're doing a good job holding him in check. Emmerich, and only 88 yards for Waunakee of offense right now. So it's not like they're moving the ball back. I mean, they're moving, but
they've had good field position. Yes. That's the key on that stat. The Kaukauna fans making noise with their cowbells.
Yeah, it's a great crowd here tonight.
It's a beautiful crowd.
Looking across the student sections, they filled up real fast.
3rd and 6. Johnson fakes the handoff, rolling. That's almost a backwards pass. Now you got to make the tackle.
And they do.
But it's 4-down territory. Maybe.
If you can maybe think about playing the field position game here.
Looks like
4th and 3.
Emmerich on the tackle. And there's a coach that knows how to play everything just right. It would be Coach Rice.
Yeah, I'm giving that a run.
It was pretty much
It was right.
down
It
the
was a
line.
lateral. I'm going. That was a lateral.
I had a great view of it. It was right, pretty much right in line with me.
So gain of 4, 4th and 2.
Nobody back deep to return for Kaukauna. It looks like they're more playing for safe.
They're playing for a fake.
Yes. No pressure. Probably. And it is a fake. They're going to reverse. And it's played perfectly. Good play. What a play, number 43, Isaac Moss. He had the big play in the first game against West De Pere, and he has a huge one here in the second quarter in level 4.
Great defense there. They had Skadden on this. They just a little trap. They tried to counter right. And for most teams, he's in the end zone right now.
Absolutely.
That's a really well-designed fake punt. That is a beautiful design to have your left wing come across.
To reverse. Normally when you get that snap to the up back, you think they're just going to go.
Yep, exactly.
And that's not what happened. That was great design, but great execution by Kaukauna.
It would nothing you expect from these two teams in level 4.
Snap, handoff. They're trying to get that ground attack going. Is that Connor Kinchlow on the carry, I do believe.
Looks like for a gain of about 2.
Aiden Reardon.
So it is Reardon. His 4th carry.
Now all of a sudden I can't find a running back on the field. No, it was Kinchlow. My bad.
So
gain of 2.
5th carry for him, 7 yards.
8:24 here in the first half.
Right now, when you factor in sacks for Kaukauna with only 6 yards of offense.
That Waunakee defense.
The 2 sacks were the killers.
Waunakee defense has been what they've described, what you've seen on paper. Snap, faking, Luco under pressure, hit and brought down for a sack.
Loss of 4.
Number 99, Wade Bryan, as well as a host of other Warriors in there.
And a good job by Luco just to get back as much as he could. Make it in 3rd and 12 and out of 3rd and 15 plus.
That offensive line where it started out really strong, seeming to be a little wavery right now.
That's one where Waunakee, they're not scared of the run right now. They know they can stop it. They know their linebackers are good enough that they can stop the run. Lets those D linemen just get upfield win those hand fights at the line of scrimmage. As Dorio running around a little bit on the side, looks like he's getting ready to go back in.
He was on the sideline talking with his father, with the trainer, and he's going to coach. Snap here, Connor Kinchlow. Connor Kinchlow! He's off the right side.
1 to beat. Can he get there?
Stretching the field to the 30, 20, 10.
He's gone.
5, falls in. Touchdown, Kaukauna!
65 yards.
And you know they didn't see Finley Dorio come to the coach and say, I'm ready to come in. That was done by the offense on the field. What a carry, Connor Kinchlow.
On 3rd and 12.
His first of the year. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, first touchdown that Waunakee's given up.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and 12. It's essentially a give-up play on 3rd down. You're going to punt. He broke through the line, got to the corner, and there was no catching him.
Snap, hold, kick up, and
Tied game.
When we said it was a race to 14, it might just be. The tides have turned. It's a tied ball game. 7-all here in Level 4. You're watching Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
Kaukauna Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Here too. I got it. Back here broadcasting live from Ingalls Field here in Ripon, a 7-7 game. Might as well for our friends at the Rural Mutual Academy, an online tuition-free public school serving students pre-K through high school right here in Wisconsin. The RVA strives to offer families the tools and resources needed to provide a strong academic foundation for each child, with the flexibility to learn on their own schedule and at their own pace, and even hosts hundreds of free events around the state to foster friendships among the students. For more information, visit ruralmutual.org and ruralmutual.org. Big thanks to all of our great sponsors here that let us bring these games on. Also, all of you watching at home, wherever you may be, coast to coast and around the world. My name is Mike Wendland, J-Town. Hoping to keep his voice intact by the end of this game.
I'm not going to lie, I really don't do well in close, big pressure games. I'm glad I never played basketball and relied for that last-second three-pointer because I couldn't do it. There's so many storylines right now. And the defense for Kaukauna is going to come back. Kick here, Oswaldo Soto Sanchez. Kick to the dangerous Emmerich.
who does have a kick return touchdown.
He got a good return here. He's going to get it to the 39. And he is slippery and fast, and he's everything you want in a slot receiver.
So Hunter Myers, the one who made the tackle, number 55. Yeah, Emmerich, 5'9", 172. Not a big guy, but again, very agile.
And so,
agile, mobile, hostile.
Absolutely. And as we said, we saw Finley Dorio. He's currently back talking to his dad on the near sidelines.
We'll see if he starts throwing.
Yep, that's going to be the key.
That's going to be the key.
You can see. I think his dad's saying, just be careful. You just got to be careful. A kid that's got a lot of Division I or interest. You got to be certain of your future, but you want to win the big game for your team. 1st and 10, handoff. That's number 25, shifting, breaking through to the second level. He's going to get the first down yardage across the 50.
Yeah, gain of 11 for Skadden.
Skadden on the carry. That was a good run. Initially stopped in the backfield, but one cut and made a great move.
And again, he was kind of stumbling. That's the third or fourth time we've seen that with him already. That was his first play that gained yards.
1st and 10 at midfield. Vance
Sweet.
Johnson rolling, looking, trying to find a seam, and he's going to find the arms of Hunter Myers. Or excuse me, Isaac Moss. Only a gain of 3 on that design quarterback run, and Moss is pumped up, and the officials trying to calm him down and say, just be careful.
He's like, and he goes, yeah, I got you. We're good. That's the third time they've run that sweep right.
Yep.
And Kaukauna defense has gotten better each time. The first one went for 19. The second one went for 5. That one went for 3. Can they force him to cut back as well?
And you got
so you can tell they're adjusting on the fly.
And it has been noted that Kaukana's team has been kind of a slow start. Snap, handoff, Lindley into the pile, pushing the pile. It's going to get a decent gain. It's going to set up 3rd and short. 32 on the tackle in there for Kaukauna. That's Sam Weber.
And that was one where he ran right into the pile. Looks like he might have had a spot opening up, but he ran right into the group of defenders.
He pushed the pile 3 yards, so that's impressive.
He did, but again, it looked like he had plenty of space if he cuts back out to the sideline.
3rd down, another big 3rd down up and coming. Snap, handoff, Skandon. He makes a cut and 2 hands on the ball and just running forward. It's same with Sullivan, or excuse me, Rasmussen and Lindley. They've just been 2 hands on the ball and they just are running forward, kind of not leading with their head, but leaning forward the whole time. Just pushing the pile. It's impressive.
Yeah, he broke the arm tackle right away.
Snap, Lindley stretching the field. Logan Arft brings him down.
Right in front of his own bench.
I wanted a lot on that, was the Kimberly game? I was debating between him and Sam Weber to get, because Sam had the big interception to lock it away. Or no, that was not. That was Myers, but there was a game where he's such a disruptor as a junior, and he just plays very well football.
Yeah, building block of this program next year for sure.
Stack to the right side. Now they're going to send it in motion. That's Skandon.
Sweep.
Jet sweep. Quarterback keep.
Good read.
And Logan Arft drags him down.
That was a great read.
There was a
by
seam.
both sides. Good job to pull it back for Waunakee. A really smart move. Again, yeah, it's a shoestring tackle. If he doesn't get that, he is dunking on the goalpost right now.
That was, yeah, he was falling and reaching, and that was a one-arm tackle by Logan Arft. A great tackle. It's going to set up a 3rd and 6 here, 4th, 22. Taking their time. This is the first time, really, Waunakee slowed it down. Slot to the left.
But they still didn't huddle and didn't really get too much time for Kaukauna to sub.
Slot to the left, double tight end formation. Lindley to the right hip. Drop. Vance Johnson looking, time, pressure, that's a hold. Not going to get called. Now it gets called. Pass is incomplete.
Van Dinter made the hit on the play deep, and
well, what do you do here? Do you decline the penalty, make it 4th and 6, or do you push them back?
I think
10?
You take it.
Especially because the penalty happened well behind the line of scrimmage, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Yeah, you got to take the penalty.
You take the penalty here. And that was...
You give Waunakee another chance, but you set them back.
Cole Tomczyk was when we got the pressure.
That was great pressure. I was about to lose my mind. I'm not going to lie.
You could he was looking at the ref as he's going around, as he's being held. He is looking. I could see his eyes. He is looking like, are you going to throw this? Are you going to throw this one or not? And then they did.
Looks like they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, from behind the line of scrimmage is from the line. If it's downfield, it's from the spot.
Okay, got it. I'm not very good with the rules, believe it or not. I just like football.
I've learned a lot over the years of having been a ref before and covered games. You still learn new things every day.
3rd and long. You're going to give Waunakee's offense another chance, but it's 3rd and about 18-16 on the scoreboard. Trips to the left, low receiver right. That's Booker, the big tight end. Looking that way. It's a quarterback draw. Hidden block down. The short gain. Tackle.
Tom check.
Once again, Tom check making a big play.
Let him do a gain of 1, and now you force him to punt.
And you I would maybe even just bring the house. It's going to be tough deep field position here.
I'm not, because I'm not taking the chance of a roughing call.
This is also true.
Because you don't want to get a roughing call, which is 15. Because, I mean, I'd be surprised if they were to fake it. I'd just play it safe.
You can't fake it twice in the same situation, but
I've seen
minus yardage, though.
They have to want to play with the way your defense has been playing. They won't, but
it's also level 4. Who knows? I don't know. The coaches don't even know half the time.
I mean, after the end of the night, one team's going home, one's going to Madison.
And they're taking all the time to punt. Just barely got it off. Moss was bringing the pressure. He's going to check up, and that's a great pitching wedge of a punt down at the 11-yard line.
Skadden knocked it down.
That punt, I like to do the Fleet Farm one.
Go for it. Perfect.
I like to do stuff like that punt. That was a gift for the Waunakee Warriors that it didn't bounce into the end zone. And if you're looking for a gift, Toyland at Fleet Farm is open with their price match guarantee. With your if you find a lower toy price, they'll beat it by 5%. You'll get the best price and a huge selection of toys at Fleet Farm. I love doing stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. Especially holiday season's around, go to Fleet Farm. Who is out there?
Finley Dorio.
Dorio is back out at quarterback.
The senior trying to lead this team, and he's going to do it on the field. Snap. They're going to go back to Kinchlow, though, and he's got a big gain to the 20.
Gain of 9 there.
So not only do you have Finley Dorio on the field with the cannon of an arm, but now you're getting that rushing attack going with Connor Kinchlow, the ground and bound senior. Missed a lot of the season with an injury.
He had 5 carries before that run for 7 yards. And then he cracked one off for 65.
2 minutes, 20 seconds, 3 timeouts.
But yeah, both teams with all their timeouts. That's another thing to keep in mind. Remember also, Waunakee gets the ball to start the third.
Second half.
So if you're Kaukauna, you want to, at the very least, you're running this clock down.
Absolutely.
All the way.
3 receivers to the left, lone receiver to the right. I believe that's Nolan Hall. Drop, Dorio pressure, hit and brought down. See, slowly getting up.
Wade
That's
Bryant.
Good to see, though. Wade Bryant making the sack. That's a big 99. 99 in Wisconsin, that's a great number to have as a defensive lineman. It's going to set up 3rd and long.
3rd and 11, so that gain of 9, then a loss of 10. And Waunakee knows that Dorio is not.
He's not going to scramble.
He's not going to be mobile, and he's not going to be as mobile. So they can. Basically what they're doing is they're crashing their ends in to collapse the pocket, making him step up.
We'll have to watch here if Coach Rice, when he will use his timeouts, because I'm sure he will. Minute 20 left.
Well, this play will decide. If he throws it, then we'll see. If they just run the ball here, we probably will see the first one called.
Dorio checks to his receivers. Handoff. Connor Kinchlow gets himself right short of the 20-yard line once again. And yes, we do see
There's
the timeout
the first one
by Coach Rice.
And so as we do get our 4th down, we're under big thanks to our friends at Culligan Water. So get Culligan Water, only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water, CulliganH2O.com.
First timeout used, 2 now for Waunakee, 3 for Kaukauna.
And a quick update as well, because again, we have 3 games going on tonight.
Yep.
We'll take a look at Division 6 quick. Stratford up 14-0 over in Chippewa Falls, taking on Grantsburg. Grantsburg looking to finally get over the hump.
Yeah, they've been
to level 4 so many times. Then over at Durand, Arkansas, Edgar and Banger going head-to-head, and it is scoreless at the half. Which we're used to Edgar not giving up points.
Yeah.
But usually they also score points.
Yeah, they do.
Edgar had a 9-game shutout streak that was snapped in level 3. They gave up no points in the months of September and October. None.
Yeah, no. I think it's funny because we got 3 Central Wisconsin. Joel went to Medford, so I would say it's a completely different style of
different
football
game
in the center of the state from here. Defenses are huge. And on Zaleski Sports we got Stratford and Edgar. I was always scared of those teams. They were such man-eaters on defense.
Trust me, I played in Division 6 and I was around Division 6. That was tough.
4th and short. Hoffman to punt.
Return right standing right at midfield. And
3rd punt of the night?
4th. No rush.
No rush. Playing it safe. A high booming kick. And it's
fair caught.
That's a tough catch.
It's a good punt, though. It's still great field position for Waunakee with 2 timeouts.
In 57 seconds.
But it also there's a great hang time kick.
But I think that defense has turned. The defense has been the game winners for Kaukauna multiple times.
When you look
at
Kaukana's 75 yards of offense unofficially, Waunakee 111 only. So it's not like they've had a ton of yards, but again, they've had short fields all day.
One possession starting. 2 possessions starting on their side of the field.
But both of them past the 35.
Yep. 1st and 10 from the 45 of Kaukauna. False start. Emmerich. They always say the receiver should look down the line, watch the ball. He was going off a cadence there, you could tell, because as soon as he went upfield, he looked and saw the ball wasn't snapped. And
he had to look like, where'd y'all go?
That's a big.
Why aren't you here?
That's a big start if you're Kaukauna's defense, because you need any kind of break you can get, because this Waunakee offense is tough.
It's with a chance to double up here as well.
Yes. They will get the ball to start the second half as they won the toss and deferred. Johnson drops. They're setting up a screen. Covered perfectly. A legal man downfield. They got to call it again. Incomplete. And there's the flag. That's – I don't –
No, they're thrown there. There's 2 down there, too.
We had a game that was at the West of Pier game. There was a guy 40 yards downfield. Obviously a hyperbole there, exaggeration. But he was 20 yards downfield. That might actually be close. They didn't almost throw the flag.
So we'll see what they call here, because both the back judge and side judge threw.
And we have 2 penalties at the line of scrimmage.
Legal man downfield, yep. And then the one down here, that's got to be some sort of interference call.
Yeah.
They were thrown right at where the catch point was.
And I'll be honest, I thought that was good coverage. It was tough.
I thought it was good coverage by both.
If you don't call it down there, you wouldn't think you would call it
Yeah, that's
down
what I'm thinking. You got to call either none or both. Van Dinter talking, and that might be on Booker.
Kind of seems like it might be.
Nope, it's going to be on. They'll offset.
Offset, yep.
And we'll replay first down.
Fans, obviously, both fans on both sides wanted to go
So the biggest thing, though, that play didn't happen, but it took 10 seconds off the clock.
Yep. And that, I mean, it was tight contact. But you had Van Dinter coming over the top, and, like, I don't know.
It was just 2 guys battling, but, again, it's physical.
It's level 4. Yep. Kids are playing for their careers, playing for a trip to Camp Randall.
Yep.
3 receivers left, tight end Booker to the right. Snap, handoff, Lindley. Big burst of speed, hit hard, and he's still going to fall forward.
For 11, and there's a timeout.
And Carson Van Dinter laying the wood on that hit.
That looked like that was actually 24?
It might be 29. Because,
or 29, yeah.
The 4 and the 9.
Tetzlaff. I think it was Tetzlaff that came up and made the hit.
Big hit, but still falling forward. Lindley, that's a tough run.
That was like the immovable force meeting the unstoppable object going through, because that was a big boy collision right there. Those are the ones you feel up here.
I don't miss those.
Not in this weather, I don't. When it's 85 degrees and it's 2 days, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But when it's 35 degrees, those feel a lot worse, and they'll feel worse tomorrow. Or the bus ride home, depending on how this game goes.
I was going to say, about an hour ride for Kaukauna back home. How far is it to Waunakee from here? Got to be close to the same.
Luckily, we have these fancy little computers in our pockets that can help us out with that. Let's take a look here. I'll look it up here for you. From here to Waunakee, it's about an hour 20. So they picked a good spot, about the halfway point between the 2.
2nd and 4. The crowd's making some noise. This is what you picture on a Friday night.
Yep, 2nd and 4, 1 timeout left.
Johnson dropping.
Looking for the wheel. Looking for the wheel.
Goes over the middle, through the hands and incomplete. Intended target number 14.
Caden McKenzie.
Through his hands. Good hit underneath.
Yeah, high throw.
Good clean hit.
Not
like a dirty undercut hit. That was a good form tackle.
But his first read was the wheel.
He's been looking at the wheel too. And Kaukauna's had it covered.
The defense is the awareness of both teams' defenses has been awesome. You can tell they're so fundamentally sound.
Very well coached teams.
You have to be a level 4.
Absolutely. Pressure shown, backed out. Johnson rolling right.
Got a great block. He's got the first down.
Spinning and dropped at the 30. First and 10, Waunakee, excuse me. Now they only have one timeout. We'll see how they use it. Look like they're going to go fast to the line. Remember, they did miss a field goal on their first possession. You're probably looking for 6 here. Johnson dropping, and they're going to look. Combination route, looking Booker's way. He's doubled all day. Now Johnson's going to roll. He's going to run.
He's got plenty of
16
get out of bounds,
seconds,
too.
and he'll get out of bounds around the 16-yard line with about
Mark
13.
At the 19.
Ooh, they actually marked him a lot further back than I thought.
Yeah, he got 11 on it. He went out right in front of the Kaukauna bench.
They were trying to get Booker on a deep crossing
Booker
route.
got a pretty good chuck downfield as well from, I think, Van Dinter. Lowered his shoulder into him a little bit running up the hash mark.
And I thought, too, tight end, Van Dinter, safety, those two are going to go at it. And
two Division I guys.
They will meet on Saturday at some point. I'm sure of it. Slot to the right, H-back, and tight end to the right, and Kaukauna will use a timeout.
Yeah, you talk about those guys. One guy going to Los Angeles, one going to Ames, Iowa.
Absolutely.
I've been Cyclones. Cyhawk is the matchup between them and Iowa. I went to school down in Des Moines, so I went to Ames quite a bit.
Yeah.
Iowa State is a very fun place to be. It is a really great campus, a great atmosphere.
You want to talk about a strong fundamental defense team? You're going to get a very good, strong fundamental defensive player in Carson Van Dinter.
Yeah, Matt Campbell has done such good things for Iowa State.
And first person I saw walking onto the field watching Waunakee on the pregame was big number 9. And he fits the bill as a Big Ten tight end.
6'6".
And no, he's going to the Pac-12 right now, but he is going to Big Ten
next year. Yeah,
he's the kind of a guy that I'm surprised Iowa didn't get because he fits that mold kind of.
I mean, he was originally he was committed to Wisconsin originally. 6'6", 217. He's going to bulk up probably about 35 pounds when he gets to UCLA. But it is the tape when you watch. I read when he committed to Wisconsin, the Athletic, Jesse Temple did an article about him, and you watch his highlight clips. This kid has all the talent to be playing on Sundays.
Time will tell. 13 seconds, the time on the clock here in the first half. Snap, handoff, Lindley, breaking tackles, breaks out. Was surrounded by 3 of his own offensive linemen.
And there's
gets
the timeout.
Brought down. Timeout with 6 seconds now. Do they go for the field goal?
You almost have to. It's 6.
If you take a shot, that's your last
play. You just use your last timeout, and now comes a field goal team.
You're going to give Owen Elliott a second chance at a field goal. Or they might. Well, they're probably not going to run a fake. Who knows?
It'd be about 30, 31 yards.
6 seconds left, a tied ball game. Apparently, if you didn't know, it's between the Tigers and the Guests, according to the scoreboard here. I didn't know either team was the Tigers.
No.
But our scoreboard's right. Kaukauna, Waunakee.
2 top seeds.
Number 1 seats. The others.
And Badger, I think, was 1 as well.
Badgers was 2.
They were 2, yeah, because Kettle Moraine was the 1, yeah.
1.
And Sun Prairie.
Which is a 4?
They were 3, I want to say.
Yeah, 2.
They were 2.
They beat Slinger, which was number 4. That's the other matchup.
Because Port Washington, who was the number 1 there? Germantown.
Yeah, no, Milwaukee King.
Milwaukee King, yeah, okay. So it'll be a 30-yard field goal.
Elliott from the right hash. Holder is number 2. Cesek.
And timeout to ice him.
Matt Bensfield, do you believe in the icing timeout?
I mean, he's missed 1 already. You can't take him. You can't take him to the locker room with you.
Absolutely, gotta. I always think it's funny because some people say
sometimes it works. It's all depending on the kicker himself.
Absolutely.
But to me, I never viewed it as on the kicker. I viewed it more on the snapper. If you got him thinking and you get a bad long snap.
Yep.
Who knows? I mean, it's a live ball.
Absolutely, it could turn into 6 the other way.
Exactly. So a lot of those ones you ice the kicker, but you also ice the snapper and the holder. It's
a process.
It is a much like anything. It is a 3-man operation.
Yep.
To get it right.
It is not just on the leg of the kicker.
No,
it's the whole process.
I've known my share of long snappers over the years. I played baseball with a couple of them actually, but a couple years ago when we were covering Neenah, and their quarterback is now a Big Ten long snapper at Iowa. He's the long snapper at Iowa. But he put in so much work on his snapping, and they had radar guns on him, and just how hard it is. It is an art.
Owen Elliott. Ball will be held at the 20-yard line. The Kaukauna faithful making some cowbell noise. Snap, hold, kick up.
It's knuckling through. And
It's
just
good.
got through.
Just barely got through. A big kick by Owen Elliott as time expires here in the first
Van
half.
Dinter almost blocked it too.
Very close to being no good, but it is good.
The spin almost looked like he did block it for a second.
That'll make the score 10-7. What a first half. More action to come. You're watching Division II Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
So here at halftime, we will take a quick look at the Kaukauna dance team, one of the best in the state, here in Level 4. We welcome you back here. Halftime starting to wind down. Both teams heading back out to the field. Michael in here with J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski, and our awesome Kaukauna crew here. Doing a great job here on Zaleski Sports. Level 4 football, 10-7 Waunakee at the half.
Got what we were told we were going to get.
Level 4, you know all the games are going to be good. We'll take a look at the couple other scores going around the area. The 2 games on the Zaleski Sports Network. It's a quick look at the numbers as well. Over in Chippewa Falls, again in Division 6, the defending champs, the Stratford Tigers. They lead Grantsburg 21-7. Again, that game at the half. And then over at Durand, Arkansas, that game is early in the third quarter. Nothing between Banger and Edgar. Wildcats looking to get another trip stand for Coach Sins, one of the winningest coaches in state history. And, of course, this one, 10-7 Waunakee here at the half. We're going to update as well. Take a look at the numbers here. We'll start with Waunakee. They have 144 total yards of offense, but 25 of those the wrong way have gone. They had 3 offensive penalties, a couple of holds that really hurt them. 4 of 9 for 35 yards is quarterback Vance Johnson with an interception. Lindley with 12 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Johnson with 7 carries, 51 yards. He's the leading rusher for Waunakee as their quarterback on those sweeps. 4 carries for 29 yards for Sullivan Scadden. Leading receiver Emmerich, 3 catches for 35. For the Galloping Ghosts of Kaukauna, they have 75 yards unofficially of total offense. Because all these numbers unofficial. I try to do his math as best as I can, but I last took a math class in 2010.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
Don't rely on me for math either.
Finley Dorio went 1 of 2 for 3 yards before he missed most of the first half, came back the final drive. Aluko went 1 of 2 for 8 yards with an interception. Leading rusher, of course, Kinchlow with 90 yards rushing on 8 carries. Granted, 65 of those were on 1 play, the 65-yard touchdown run. Dorio, technically 3 carries for minus 18 yards. And Reardon with 3 carries for 7 yards. No penalties called on Kaukauna in that first half.
Well, the one that was wiped out for the
offsetting
penalties. But
legal man downfield and then the pass interference, which I always get thrown off on whether you should just try and split the difference on those types of plays, because it's a 50-yard penalty and it's offsetting a 5-yard penalty.
Yep.
But them's the rules. Those have been the rules for years and years.
12,000 viewers. Is that what you just said? 12,000 was that? Well, thank you guys all for watching that's a big game. But definitely, this game, it's 10-7 is the difference. 3 points. You wouldn't know that. It's been such a back-and-forth defensive struggle kind of game, and kind of what we expected.
Yeah, this game has been, again, when you get to this point of the season, there's 28 teams playing tonight, total. There will be, and the 8-man championship tomorrow over between Thorpe and Florence. They're going to crown their champion tomorrow. There's 28 teams playing tonight. There's going to be 14 teams playing next week. And only 7 are going to bring back that gold ball.
The coveted gold ball, yeah.
So you have to be good to be at this point. You have to have sometimes a little bit of luck on your side, for sure. And I think it cost a little bit of that in the West Appear game, the last play, that overthrow.
And I keep seeing more and more film of that.
He was open.
God, good thing he didn't catch that, because that's a goal line meet-up. Yeah.
But at the end, one team's moving on, the other one isn't. So we're sending a finalist to Madison tonight. So you have to be good to be at this point. You have to be a great team. And both these teams are great.
Absolutely.
And nothing that happens in the second half will ever change that for these 2 teams. They are both elite teams. Along on the other side with Sun Prairie East and Badger. They are both elite teams as well.
Absolutely. I mean, Badger can knock off one of the
preseason
champion Kettle Moraine.
Yeah, they knocked off the defending champs last week.
Yeah.
And also they got their coach back this week, which is great too, because he ended up being hospitalized after that game last week. But he is back, and he is back with the team. And so, I mean, I always have a soft spot personally for the Badgers, because my junior year at Iowa State, we went down and played them because we had a forfeit. They had a forfeit. Hey, let's go play them. So it was D6 against D1 or D2.
Oh, yeah.
And we played them, and they were great hosts. They gave us food, and they gave us all this stuff, and they were awesome. So I always have kind of a soft spot for them.
How did the field go?
We lost 19-7. So we actually we outgained them. But that was also almost 20 years ago. So we'll let that be.
Absolutely.
So
stories coming into the second half. Finley Dorio. That's going to be probably the biggest headline.
And he is throwing short right now with.
He was throwing long
with Luco.
He was throwing long on the field during warm-ups. Looked good and running around at fairly full speed.
That's the key. Is he going to be able to run? Because the pocket has been collapsing more and more as the half went on. He's going to need to be able to escape the pocket and be able to make some plays on the move. That's all there is to it. He's going to have to be a little bit more mobile, and that's why I think they gave him that last drive to see if he could do it. And now that he's had the time in the locker room, the time to get work on the trainers again, because you guys, and you know this as a player, former player, any senior.
Oh God!
You're telling me I am not missing my last game,
especially as I wasn't a quarterback, but you imagine as a quarterback, the leader.
So here we go.
One half of football left to see if the Ghosts will gallop to Camp Randall or if the Warriors will battle their way back. Up the middle, that's Scandon, and once again, great starting field position for the Warriors.
Very interesting they did the squib kick.
Yep.
Very interesting to see that, because last when they scored, they kicked it deep.
Yep.
And the return ended up about the same.
Oswaldo Soto Sanchez, the normal kicker, did not kick that. That was Cavi Weinberg. So the defense back on the field. The defense made some huge plays, only holding Waunakee to 10 points here in the first half. You see what Vance Johnson and Lindley have drawn up.
And again, Waunakee, this is probably their worst field position they've had today.
Snap, Johnson riding Lindley, hands off the right side.
It's a read option.
Benjamin Lindley, big burst of speed. Van Dinter knocks him out of bounds.
Saved the touchdown.
What a carry. Benjamin Lindley with breakaway speed.
Yeah, that was 41 yards on the play. That was a really good read by Johnson to hand it off. Typical read option. He got around the left corner, and I thought he was gone when he got that edge, but Van Dinter took a really good angle and just got enough.
And that's a way to punch the opponent in the mouth to start the second half.
After they hit that field goal at the end of the first as well.
Back at it on the ground. Is that Lindley spinning out of a tackle and dragged down? That's not Lindley. That's number 27. That's Rasmussen. And he's going to bring it to a goal-to-goal situation inside the 5.
Gain of 13.
Welcome to the second half. Waunakee going at it. Rasmussen.
He got
touchdown. He got dragged in by one of his offensive linemen. And Waunakee, 3 plays to find pay dirt here in the second half.
That's a statement by the Warriors. It took 35 seconds.
3 plays, 35 seconds. And not necessarily the double up they were looking for, but a double up they will take, looking to make it a 10-point game here with the point after.
But now it is a 2-score game.
Absolutely.
That's the big. That's how important that field goal was at the end of the half.
And you're going to kick it or give it to a Kaukauna offense with a wounded quarterback.
That's a bad
Skipper
snap.
in
Really,
with the hole.
What a great job.
Number 2 there, Brady Cizek, to get that ball down, and it is good. 35 seconds in, 17-7 your score. You're watching Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
I know that I can handle schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the number one goal, is to make sure that your children are learning, and so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs but deserves.
Back here at Ingalls Field in Ripon, Wisconsin. 3-play, 35-second drive to start the second half. Not 35 yards, but 35 seconds,
yards.
60 yards. 3-play, 35 seconds. That's what I said.
Starting the first play, the 40-yard run
by Benjamin Lindley, and then Sebastian Rasmussen.
Rasmussen, yeah, back-to-back.
And Kaukauna's got to answer here. Do you need points? Doesn't necessarily have to be 6. You'll definitely take 6, but you can't let Waunakee run away with momentum.
And at a minimum, you can't go 3 and out. You have to at least get a first down, like bare minimum.
Aiden Meinholtz to kick. Kavanaugh Weinberg and Danny Poor the second back to return. Another great kick.
Touchback. And
it won't be returned. Hitting about a yard in the end zone. That's twice now they've done that.
And so as we get set, reminders real quickly from our friends at Staub Construction, premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction has been partnering with private and public customers since 1984. Staub Construction has its own service and fabrication department to assist with any municipal or industrial situation. So Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company, and that is Staub Construction, STAAB.
1st and 10, and Finley Dorio back on the field for the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts.
Again, how good is that see?
Snap, handoff. They're going to go with Reardon, and the Waunakee defense sandwiching him. 98, big 98. Jackson Lesendorf making a big play.
5'11", 290.
It's a big boy on that defensive line.
That's a nose tackle. And he's a good head, shoulder, than all in taller than line mates. But he showed low man wins.
Half a yard, 2nd and a long 9 here for Kaukauna. Slot right, lone receiver. That's Parker Shue on the bottom of your screen. H back to the right. Snap. Dorio's going to throw. He's got Hall. Nolan Hall gets out of bounds and dragged down across the 30 to the 31. 32-yard line, 1st and 10 Kaukauna.
And a gain of 11 on that one. And that was, again, just a design rhythm throw, get Dorio a little bit going. And Waunakee, I think they thought Hall was going to go straight out of bounds because they kind of let him go upfield a bit. And he pressed himself forward enough to get that first down.
Snap, going back on the ground, Reardon. The balanced attack of Kaukauna. Gain of about, was that 3?
I'd say about 3.
2nd and 7. That's really, Kaukauna has been that ground and pound, and then they'll take the top off. They're very good, kind of not lull the other team to sleep, but they will take the chance once they get you in a rhythm.
Absolutely. So 2nd down and about 7, just shy, just a little bit more than 7, a long 7.
2nd down, 35-yard line, the tip of the ball will be. 3 receivers left, lone receiver to the right. Dorio, deep drop, setting up a screen. They got Connor Kinchlow, who's hit, and he's going to lose yards. Good defensive play. I can't see the number.
Trying away from the turn away.
Yeah, number 11. Yeah, 11.
Cole Savola.
That's a great play. He came in there, steaming in, and put a big hit on Kinchlow, dropping him back 3, 3rd and 10. You like the idea?
Absolutely. That's a good idea, but
just wasn't
defenses
there.
like this, they read that stuff pretty well. Because look at the first half. Kaukauna had a really great read on a screen defensively. And the athleticism of these linebackers is...
Waunakee's far side making a lot of noise here. Changing up the formation. Dorio barking out, leading this offense. 3rd and 10, 9:20 in the 3rd quarter.
He's sending 6. Pressure
Hall's coming. Throw. He's got Cavi Weinberg. Weinberg spins out of a tackle, and he's got the first down yardage. Getting some push by Danny Poor, and he'll get down to the 45. There's a big-time play with the pressure on.
That's a huge play. He caught that ball about 3 yards shy of the sticks. And that broken tackle. Something you don't see Waunakee do often. They're usually very sure tackling, much like Kaukauna.
Finley Dorio also running around, getting the play from the sideline, looking really good out there. 3 receivers left, lone to the right. That's Shue. Shue's on the near side. Throw through the hands of Cavi Weinberg, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Long throw by Finley Dorio. A lot of time in the air. A lot of time to think about that ball coming in.
Absolutely. And those throws, it's only technically would go down as like a 3-yard throw. That's a long throw in cold weather. It's good to see him trusting his lower half, though, for Dorio to be able to step into these throws.
From what we saw, it did not look good.
No, he was down for a long time.
And on the sideline, the team rallying around him, you feared the worst, but he's looking good out there. Snap, handoff, up the middle to the 2nd level to about midfield. And he's going to be tackled there by a host of Warriors.
Yeah, Hoagland first man in again, the linebacker.
He's going to set up a 3rd and 5, and Kaukauna goes fast here.
First carry of the half.
For Kinchlow.
Up to 95 yards rushing.
Snap, they're going back to him. Must be a 4-down territory kind of play call. And no gain on the play for Connor Kinchlow. 99 in there, that's Brian.
Yeah, that's...
And now 4th and 5. And looks like Kaukauna's going for it.
Yeah, look, they're kind of in no man's land. They know they're down 10 already. You go on 3 scores, you're in trouble against a team like this.
Absolutely, but if you don't get it here, you're giving them great field position.
This is I'm trusting my defense also a play.
Nolan Hall to the top of the screen, one-on-one coverage there. 3 receivers left. Snap, pressure coming. Dorio looking far side. He's got Hall.
Yep.
Depends on the spot. He extended the ball. Yes, what a play. Nolan Hall, he extended that ball out. It was close.
He caught that right at the 6, and they gave him forward progress.
Official looking at it now. Waunakee says they didn't.
They're going to
call for a measurement. This is the first measurement I've seen all season. I said last week.
This is, I mean, the tip of the ball looks like the stripe looks like it's at the yard to gain. This is going to be very close.
The camera angle's like right down the line almost. Waunakee
is all there.
They're blocking our view. Short.
Waunakee's jumping like it's short.
There's no way.
And
first down.
First down.
Oh my God, the drama builds here in level 4.
They got it by the tip of the football.
That might have been the old note card, see if it gets space. That Waunakee had me convinced that it was not.
Absolutely.
First and 10, Kaukauna now inside Waunakee territory at the 45. This might be the first time Kaukauna's been in Waunakee territory.
Yeah, because the other one was a 65-yard run. I think it's the first time they've crossed midfield.
Momentum up in the air right now.
4th and 5, that was huge. And they saw the off coverage and they went to the out, but man, that was a little too close for comfort.
Snap, fake the handoff, throw far side, got it, and whipped out of bounds is Nolan Hall. Might be a little shorter than 5 this time.
Looks like they gave him 5 exactly. Exact same play.
And that's great coverage disguising by Waunakee, though, because it looks like they're playing off coverage, but that outside backer has the flat.
He does.
And he beelines it out there. And Kaukauna has run an out and up route.
Well,
Watch
also,
for that.
But you do that, opens up maybe a running lane, too.
Absolutely.
So it's a chess match between these two teams.
Snap, handoff. Here is the running game. Connor Kinchlow falling forward. Only a gain of 2.
Wade Bryan, big number 99 again and on the tackle.
He wears 99 very well. 3rd and a long 3 here for the Galloping Ghosts.
Inside the 40.
Does it not feel like it's late in the 4th quarter? I keep looking at the scoreboard.
I know
it's just one of those games, folks, where it's
everyone is on pins and needles for the rest of this game, us included.
Parker Shue, lone receiver to the left side. Snap, Kinchlow on the ground, got the first down. Upended and falling forward. He got it by a yard, and that'll set up a 1st and 10. Kaukauna, the drive continues.
And that'll put him over
the century mark.
Over 100 yards. Unofficially, of course. But
Connor Kinchlow.
12 carries, 101 and a touchdown right now.
Senior, 6 foot, 197. Missed a lot of time. I believe he had a broken leg, I think someone told me. But missed a lot of the beginning of the season. He's come back and became the senior leader in that running back room. He's to the right hip of Finley Dorio. Now going back to the left side. Snap, faking, going Parker Shue's way. Slant route, got it. It was there, and a flag coming in on the tackle.
Face mask, I think, for 5.
I think, no, aren't all face masks 15?
Nope,
they changed that back?
It's in the NFL, it's all 15.
Okay. Once again, the rules expert Mike.
It was a 14-yard gain. Add on to it.
You'll take it. It is the 5-yard variety. I call you Dean Blandino knowing all these rules.
Don't go that far.
1st and 10 inside the red zone now at the 16.
And a 5-minute plus drive, too. So that's
giving your defense a break. You need that.
Letting them regroup after that 3-play drive.
Shue and Hall, one receiver, one each way. Verbencourt, the tight end to the left. Hoffman, tight end to the right. Snap going up the middle. Connor Kinchlow, 2 hands on the ball. And he'll fall forward.
For
4?
About 5?
Yeah, about 5.
And again, it was the linebacker Hoagland threw on the hit.
They're going fast as Kaukauna.
Not letting him sub, making sure they're nice and tired.
They like what they got. Handoff, Connor Kinchlow to the goal line. Just short. It's going to set up a 1st and goal from the 1.
Great cutback off the left guard.
And in comes the heavy package. 76 checks in, Walker Chmielewski. First and goal, Kaukauna looking for an answer.
Come on, throw the big guy a pass.
Or keep running it with Connor Kinchlow.
but you always like big guy touchdowns. It's like last week, we love seeing a running back kick a field goal.
Absolutely. He is tight end to the left. Kinchlow to the right hip. Hoffman now on H-back to right side. Snap. Pushing. Touchdown, Kaukauna. They answer right back, and we're an extra point away from being back to a 3-point game.
That is a huge drive for Kaukauna.
That's the answer you need. Like I said on this drive, you don't necessarily need 6, but you'll be very grateful for 6.
You need a minimum first down, that 4th down conversion, and them getting it right in front of the Waunakee bench by literal inches.
Oswaldo Soto Sanchez's kick is good, and that makes a score 14-17. The ball game still young and alive. You're watching Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here at Ingalls Field, touchdown run, Connor Kinchlow, the second for him this evening. Extra point good by Oswaldo Soto Sanchez. Makes the score 14-17. Kaukauna Waunakee said it in the pregame, potential for another instant classic, and it's shaping out to be that right now with 5:37 left in the third quarter. Oswaldo Soto Sanchez kicks it all the way down to the inside the 10-yard line. We'll have a return here. Is that Scandon? I believe it is.
Yep.
And he's going to get dropped around the 26-yard line. This is the worst starting field position for
by a lot.
Waunakee.
By a good 15 yards.
Rural Virtual Academy is an online tuition-free public school serving students pre-K through the high school level right here in Wisconsin. The RVA strives to offer families the tools and resources needed to provide a strong academic foundation for each child with the flexibility to learn on their own schedule and at their own pace. And even hosts hundreds of free events around the state to foster friendships among students. For more information, visit ruralmutual.org. Waunakee, quick bubble screen pass here. Fumble! Ball's loose!
Incomplete.
It looked like a fumble, but they call it incomplete.
Yeah, he never quite had it. He bobbled that, and
the heart rate's got to go down now.
It hasn't gone down for me for multiple days. And just a quick correction, ruralvirtual.com.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Not Rural Mutual. It's Rural Virtual.
I hear that commercial a lot at work. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. That's a big start to this drive for the Kaukauna defense.
We can feel the stands.
Lindley,
nothing.
The defense.
Got a yard.
Momentum shifting back and forth once again.
But I was about to say, we can feel.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're right at the border where the two sections are being by school are separated. You can feel it just kind of rolling up your leg.
Like I said, man, I don't do well in close games like this. I've been antsy since the first quarter. 3rd and 9. Johnson looking to throw.
Got a lot of time. He's got a man.
Got Booker.
Big fella. Yep.
Oh, there's the flag.
Yep.
Van Dinter and Booker have been going at it all
And now
game.
we got a kerfuffle.
And this is not good. It's all on the Waunakee sideline, watching for extra flags come flying in.
You got
it wasn't
15 on the play.
Yeah, it wasn't egregious, but it was out
late.
of bounds.
He was tangled up, and then they threw him to the ground. It's an easy call.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a call that can't. It's a play you can't have happen. You had all the momentum on your side. You can't have a personal foul like that late.
That's going to give him 15 yards.
And now if you're hoping Waunakee may have done something else in there as well to kind of offset it. But
you'd imagine the entire sideline's kind of grouped around that. That's a dangerous situation, and it is just
the
a
one
penalty on Kaukauna, which you could expect.
Yep, and also he stays in the game.
Yes.
That's well too. So you don't want anything to go through in there and then have an ejection, or because an ejection here as well, you're gone next week.
Yep. And part of me, it's hard to tell. That was on the far sideline, and they were both fighting as they went to the ground. You don't know if it was a trip, but it was well out of bounds.
He pulled him down by the shoulders.
Yes. It could have been avoided, and you can't do that. Low snap, Johnson riding Lindley. He'll give it to Lindley. Momentum is switched back to Waunakee. That's a big gain, close to 8 yards. Give him 7? 7 on the carry for Lindley, and you can feel momentum back up in the air for grabs.
Yeah, because we had talked before the game, like this game could swing on things like a fumbled exchange, a missed field goal, a penalty.
Yep. 2nd and 3. Johnson back to Lindley. Lindley into the pile.
Stacked up.
Tackled by a host of ghosts. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
That was Arft again in there.
As he comes out holding his hand.
His wrist looks like he's going right to the trainer.
3rd and...
Hopefully it's just a little bit of a sting.
3rd and short. Send Lindley in motion, handoff up the middle, hit in the backfield and drop.
Loss of 1.
Is that 55? 55 came in for Arf. That is Hunter Myers, the sophomore, who made the game-changing sack in the Kimberly game, makes a big 3rd down tackle here, setting up 4th and short.
Yeah, about a yard, and they ran that one with Skadden.
Lindley was in motion, a decoy kind of.
Yeah.
And a big 4th down once again. The noise filling the crowd. Johnson in the gun with Lindley at his left hip.
I expect some sort of read option here.
Run, that's a flag. There's a false start. There was a twitch at the line.
And that is a huge penalty.
The left guard or tackle, they both pulled on the play, and they both did at the same time kind of lift their butts right before the snap. It was at the snap, if not before. And does that change your mind going for it on 4th down? I think it does.
It does. You're still leading. Your defense has been good all game.
And momentum has gone back to your side. Does the defense ride that momentum?
And now, you have a chance to play the field position game, pin them deep.
Nobody back deep to return for Kaukauna. Does Meinholtz have his chipper pitching wedge out for the second time?
With no returner.
They're going to bring in extra protection on the left side. Lone gunner on the right. Waiting. Snap. Time. Kicks away. A nice booming spiraling kick. Hits at the 10. Bounces at the 1 and rolls into the end zone.
Good. Again, it was a good idea, but he couldn't get through.
Carson Van Dinter in the backfield slowly getting up.
He went head-on with Cole Savola on the rush, and those two guys met head-on. And Van Dinter, who's been laying the lumber all day, all night long, he's been
one of his better games. And I've seen he's played phenomenal football all season long, but he's made some big-time plays.
But you can tell he's starting to feel it in this cold. It is not warm out.
It's not that much warmer in Iowa, is it?
No, it won't be. That's very true.
1st and 10, Kaukauna back on the field. Their second offensive possession of the half. Looking for another long drive. Throwing far side.
Low.
Ball drops it. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, that one just a little bit low. Hall, a big guy, in his mid-shin. It's a tough grab, especially, again, this cold, you don't feel it much, but you feel it in your hands.
Yep.
You can feel it in your hands, you can feel it in your feet.
Parker.
And those little fingertip catches are going to be just a little bit tougher.
Checking out a tight end. Parker Shue will check in. I believe we'll have the 4 receivers.
You guys are looking at Arft still at the trainer's table.
He's holding his wrist.
Yeah, it was his right wrist.
3 receivers left. Nolan Hall to the top of your screen. One-on-one coverage with the linebacker ready underneath. Looking that way. There's the out and up. The pretty deep ball. Jump ball. Caught. Nolan Hall across the 40. Fighting for extra yardage.
And
ball comes out. And they're going to say he's down.
He was down.
I was going to say, that might be forward progress.
I think they ruled forward progress. Waunakee is
livid. They want it. I don't think Nolan Hall's hurt or he doesn't know.
It's a gain of 29.
Yes, they're going to mark. He was held up for a long time, and both him and the defender ripping for the ball, Hall fighting for extra yards.
At that
point, you almost just want him to go down.
Exactly, I was about to say, you want at that point just go to the ground, get out of bounds, do whatever you can. Don't let them have that chance, because you don't know when the whistle's coming.
1st and 10, a big play, Nolan Hall,
and it almost swung this season completely.
Snap, handoff, Kinchlow into the pile.
For nothing, maybe a yard.
Maybe a half a yard on the carry.
They'll give him one.
They ran that short out route how many times before that out and up, and they worked. That was big with the Cedarburg
He
game.
created some pretty good separation on the perimeter too. Maybe a slight push at the top of the route.
And I would say the one
good box out there from the big guy.
Yes, the one thing with Hall and Shu, they're going to win
90%
of the 50-50 balls.
They're big guys.
In great hands. 2nd and a long 9, 2nd and 10 essentially. Press coverage here by Waunakee. Snap, handoff, Kinchlow patiently waiting. He'll bounce it outside, run, and knocked out of bounds. The offense for Kaukauna finding its footing here in the 3rd quarter, minute 18 left. It's going to be 3rd and short here up and coming. Kinchlow a little late coming out of the pile, but he's back in the backfield.
Yeah, gain of 6 on the play.
3rd and a long 3 up and coming. Short 3. Yeah, 2nd and 2.
3rd and about 2.
Yeah, I can't get my words straight right now. 3rd and 2. Nolan Hall one-on-one here on the bottom of your screen. Tight package.
Yeah, with Jake Bova, who had the pick earlier. No safety.
Low snap, handoff, Kinchlow into the pile, wrapped up and dropped. And that's getting, you can see the physicality getting picked up here.
Yeah, Cole Savola in on the hit.
He'll maybe get a yard, and does Kaukauna go for it again?
Yeah, they got nothing. It's 4th and 2.
Looks like they're going to bring the offense
back
out.
The offense out there, but here's also one. I saw it a lot earlier. I saw it a lot in Division 5. Can your quarterback, what's Dorio's like? Can you
run it?
No, quick kick.
I don't see that in their playbook. But
just catch it and let it go.
3 receivers left, lone receiver right, play clock running down. Dorio barking out calls. May just be looking for offsides, and I think they will.
Or they'll take a delay.
They'll take
the delay, move them back 5.
Delay. Waunakee will take it as a win. Their student section making a lot of noise. 20 seconds left and a flag for delay of game.
Move them back 5.
And you're going to put the ball back in the hands of your defense, hoping for Kaukauna.
Yep. But first, get this punt off.
They've had one issue. Not many. They had a high snap in that West De Pere game in the playoffs. Go over Hoffman's head. He's a big punter. It's hard to go over his head, but they had it happen once.
Also, explosive returner for Waunakee.
Is that Skadden?
I think it looks like Skadden. Looks like 25.
Nice booming kick.
Oh,
he slips. This is going to be a big break. It rolls inside the 10. Can it get to the 5? It's got a big burst of speed, and it's going to fall just short of the 5-yard line.
Sorry, it says Daniel Cotter.
Who
blew a tire in hockey terms.
Yep. Down to just around the 5-yard line.
5 to 4. Yeah, they'll mark it just.
Nose of the ball's at the 5.
Nose at the 5.
That's a great kick.
It looks like that's going to end the quarter. So here we go.
Well,
we played 3.
Yeah, 1 quarter left to decide who's going to Camp Randall. You're watching Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Back here broadcasting live from Ripon. Might as well go get Culligan Water, only $9.95 a month the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water, CulliganH2O.com as Waunakee starts their drive with a big run.
Yeah, that's a big run by Lindley, it looks like, off the left side, driven
For
back.
7.
That's a good way to get out of the shadow of your own goal post, as Waunakee looks to go a little no huddle here. Play cards is Mr. Stallions is in the crowd watching, trying to steal some signs. 2nd and 3.
Jim Harbaugh might be on his way back. He has got suspended.
I see that. Slot right, double running back. Johnson in the gun. Checks to the line. Got his tight end Booker on the left side. Snap to Johnson, handoff up the middle, into the pile. Such a physical running is Waunakee, and it's going to get him the first down.
And also Lindley joins Kinchlow over 100 yards on the night.
2 in the Century Club tonight. He's just so falling forward every time. It's such a great, it's what you want in a running back. Big, physical, and fast.
Yep.
11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 3-point game, 14-17. Kaukauna trailing Waunakee right now. The Warriors with the ball in no hurry. They're going to try to take as much time off the clock as you can.
Why not?
And continue to move the ball on the ground as much as you can. Tackle there, short gain. That is scanned. No, excuse me, that's Rasmussen.
Rasmussen again. So we got
gain of 3. 2nd and 7. They're not gonna throw the ball unless they absolutely have to on this drive. You already can see that.
They're gonna make Kaukauna stop them,
which takes time. So when you can run the ball, it's one of the biggest things you can do is just take time off. They're going to bubble screen, far side, blocked. Rasmussen catches it, and he's going to get only about a yard. Van Dinter in there. He's going right up, running right past Vance Johnson. As any good cornerback does, I'm sure he's talking a little trash as he runs by Johnson.
Yeah, but again, you just got a personal foul last drive. Got to be careful.
Got to be careful. 3rd and 5 here. Can Kaukauna get a stop here on 3rd down? 3 receivers to the left. Running back Lindley to the right side of Johnson. Booker, the tight end, to the right. Pressure coming. The little screen.
No.
Dropped, incomplete.
They get the stop they needed.
Big time stop on 3rd down.
Both teams have done a spectacular job on screens defensively. Both teams.
42 on the pressure. That is Jazeski.
Neither team is able to get any sort of screen going.
It's kind of interesting to see them run that pressure off that side because they had 3 receivers. Jazeski was the 3rd defender on that side on the receivers. If they would have went that way, it could have went.
Cameron Dorn back to return.
He's standing around the 39-yard line of Kaukauna. Mine off to kick. He's no hurry.
Then Dinter on the edge. He's not going to rush. It's a short.
That's a bad kick. Get away. Hits at the 45, and it's going to roll to the other 45. But still not a big punt, and you'll take that if you're Kaukauna.
Yeah, that's definitely a shank. And again, it's cold.
Yeah, it just looked bad off the foot.
Those throws hurt. And those kicks hurt.
.9:30 left, 14-17 game. Punt back to Kaukauna. Finley Dorio, senior quarterback, back in there once again.
Quick correction, that was Will Clark on the return.
Their program's confusing.
Well, there's 2 14s, so.
Slot left, double tight end formation, running back to the right, hip of Dorio. Snap, handoff, Connor Kinchlow. Patiently running. That's a good game for Kinchlow.
Gives him 5.
Good blocking by number 65, Jensen. Or no, that's Mitch Verstegen, the Indiana commit. 2nd and 5. You'll take that. Patiently running, patiently waiting. Let the Waunakee players play their hand before he makes his cut.
It's a strong run. It's a really
9 minutes.
It's a senior run. It's a senior player who's carried the ball a lot.
Slot to the left. Shoe and Hall. Dorio calling out a play to his receivers. Verbencourt, motion to the right, now back to the left. It's man coverage. Snap, handoff. Connor Kinchlow hitting the backfield, spins out of one tackle, and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got back, but
maybe
the right side of the line just didn't. It just a really good jump off the ball by the Waunakee D line.
That right side of the offense.
Jackson Lenzendorf was the first one through 98. He got a great jump off the snap.
And that right side of the offensive line has been the strength for Kaukauna all season long, led by Mitch Verstagen.
Here we go, 3rd and 5.
They give him a half a yard, so about 3rd and a long 4. A lot of noise from that student section on the Waunakee side. Snap, Dorio, time, looking, throwing, slanted to get deflected.
I think Hoagland got a piece of it, 44.
Incomplete in a 4th down, 7 minutes, 58 seconds.
Yeah, because he bluffed the blitz off the edge, and he sunk back into that shallow zone, and I think he got a couple fingertips on it because that ball, it looked like it changed trajectory and just kind of floated short.
Coach, the offense kind of hanging their head with coming to the sidelines. Coach Matt Binsfield looked at his quarterback, said, get back out there. Let's call an offensive play. They're going to go for it once again on 4th. They're going to
have to get to the line quick, though.
Their play clock is getting late. Watching that back judge. 3 receivers left. Parker Shue one-on-one down here. Actually, linebacker cheating out. Double coverage that way.
We're in the final 10 seconds of the play clock.
And
timeout.
Matt Binsfield calls it timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
Back here at Ingalls Field, 14-17 the score. Kaukauna and Waunakee here on Zaleski Sports. Another great game here on Zaleski Sports. One of 3 tonight that we have on tap. Stratford and Edgar as well in Level 4 playoff action. These high school athletes hungry for a trip to Madison. And Kaukauna's going to go for it on 4th down. You can punt it and give the ball back to the Waunakee offense. Have to stop them on that rushing attack, or you get a 1st down here and keep your drive alive. Handoff, Kinchlow.
Nope.
Short. Wow.
That is they're trying to catch Waunakee napping, get him
expecting
upfield.
The pass, yeah. And a turnover at midfield.
And I get the idea. But against this linebacking core, that's a tall ask for your running back.
One of the best rush defenses in the state.
They gave up their first rushing touchdown tonight.
Now the Kaukauna defense.
Two now. So, I mean, now it's going to be up. Yeah, it's up to the defense.
Defense has been put in this situation multiple times. Expect a heavy dose of Rasmussen and Lindley. And probably a little bit from Johnson, too.
And see, we're going to have an update for you guys as well in one of our other games after this play. Just a heads up.
Run play, Rasmussen into the 2nd level,
just
keeping the feet going, and he's got the 1st down.
Yeah, give him 12. But it looks like an update that's just about to go final over in Division 7. So congratulations going to go out to the Edgar Wildcats. They're up 21-0 in the final 30 seconds. So Edgar, another trip to Madison.
Edgar must have residency in Madison. They're down there quite often. That's a good football program. Snap, Rasmussen once again, falling forward, a good gain.
Yeah, give him 5. Yeah, kept his balance just enough.
Kaukauna's defense going to need to make some stops here. Only down by 3.
Yeah, stop or a turnover. Waunakee, they get a touchdown here. It's
a steep hill to climb.
Yeah, then you're really. Then you start. Then if you're the Warriors, then you start looking at hotels.
Waunakee Warriors. Tight end to the right.
Lindley back in at running back.
Lindley, tailback to the left side. Snap. Quarterback Keith Johnson gets a block from Lindley, and he's going to get tossed out of bounds.
But he's got
first down yardage.
Up inside the 25.
Good block by Lindley downfield.
A gain of 6 on the play.
Gain of 6, 1st and 10, Waunakee. First and 10 from the 24.
266 yards of offense for the Warriors in this one. 196 for Kaukauna.
No rush for the Waunakee Warriors. 6 minutes, 54 seconds.
And that's where when you use that timeout on the 4th down, it might come back to roost later.
Snap, Lindley up the middle. He's got a seam. He's going to one-on-one and gets blasted just short of the end zone by Carson Van Dinter.
But he'll take the hit.
Yeah, keep the clock running.
And it's a 1st and goal now. He's fine taking that hit.
Toyland is now open at Fleet Farm with their price match plus guarantee. If you find a lower price, they'll beat it by 5%. You'll get the best price on a huge selection of toys at Fleet Farm. 1st and goal. Get the stop, but you're going to take time. Do you almost let them score so you can get a chance? Rasmussen hit and brought down.
No, because you sort this up because you can still hold them to 3.
But the time continues to click.
But you can't fall. But you still want to take a chance at 2 scores. So
I know.
You try and hold them to 3.
I'm thinking too much. I was an offense lineman. I shouldn't be thinking.
C-ball hit ball.
Yes. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Yeah, so he actually did lose a yard on that play.
Needing a defensive stop is Kaukauna.
And Lindley back out there.
Dangerous running back Benjamin Lindley to the left hip of Vance Johnson.
Double tight ends.
Pressure coming off the right side. Touchdown Waunakee. A big score here late. And the Warriors are up 9, a point away from going up 10.
The 2nd touchdown of the game. Now it's going to be up to the Kaukauna offense to score and score fairly quickly. You still have 2 timeouts.
A lot of time. 5 minutes isn't 5 minutes, and you're playing football.
It's
Elliott Owen to kick. Or Owen Elliott.
Owen Elliott, yes.
Snap, hold, kick, up.
Yep, that's good.
It's a 10-point game. The Waunakee Warriors lead 24-14. You're watching Level 4 playoff action on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Back here at Ingalls Field, 24-14, Waunakee extends their lead to 10 as we're getting down to the final 5 minutes and 43 seconds of this one. J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski, Mike, Joel, Will up here in the booth. Trent is down the way. He's doing stats. What a night here on Zaleski Sports.
It's been the best game of the night.
By far, it's been what we predicted.
With 3 games, all of them 3 score or more, or the other 2 or 3 scores or more separating them. This game's been back and forth. I mean, both these 2 teams are deserving of Madison. We can both agree on that.
Absolutely.
Again, I said that every playoff round. It's a shame that someone's got to be done.
Minoff, a little squibber.
That's
a tough choice. Danny Poor let it go. It's going to go as a touchback.
You have to read the trajectory of the ball and read the spin to hope it doesn't kick back, and because it's a live ball.
Yep. I think, though, Kaukauna hasn't looked comfortable returning kicks against Waunakee right now. Every return, they've 3 touchbacks now.
Yeah, it's... So 80 yards, 10 points, 5:42, and 2 timeouts.
And Kaukauna's offense back out there.
So now it's 4-down territory the rest of the way.
Absolutely. 3 receivers right, lone receiver left. Waunakee 3 down lineman. They'll only bring 3. Keeping in coverage. He's got his man, Kevy Weinberg, crossing route. He's got the first down. Collision with 3 other Waunakee Warriors. He's got a gain of 15 and a first down. Kaukauna.
That was one of the more intricate pick routes I've ever seen in my life. Brilliant play design.
1st and 10 at the 35.
I should say it was a pick. It was a rub route, but it wasn't like a blatant pick, but it's just separating through.
Same play here with a different receiver. Dorio under duress and hit from behind and brought down. He had Danny Poor, just couldn't get it out.
Wade Bryant got through.
He's had himself quite the game, too.
Yeah, he's been awesome. And he beat the left tackle. And now
stoppage here, a cramp, I'm assuming, judging by that Waunakee player holding his leg up.
Yeah, he's getting looked at, but it looked like Braden Jansen got beat.
Junior offensive tackle.
And it wasn't even beat. He was just Brian went all the way around and Kiss came back. He just used his speed.
And I feel that ball could have got out faster and it would be a different story.
Yeah, he didn't quite sense it. It would have been tough. But it would have been one of those plays where that's a tough play for a quarterback to try and feel that backside.
And especially with a quarterback with the wounded leg. If he's not 100% on that leg.
Yeah, there's also, you don't want to take the chance, if you don't feel it right and you come back and then he hits it.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of things that could go wrong.
That's normally a play Finley Dorio will take off on.
Yeah,
he would step up and take off.
Up and go. But either way, 2nd and 16, you still have 2 downs to work with as they're getting the plaques ready next to us.
It's essentially a timeout as well.
That's
the injury. That's kind of a break for Kaukauna.
Yeah, because the clock would have been running after the sack, and the clock probably will run. He'll wind it, I think, when they get ready for play.
That's their outside corner who's played big. That's Bova.
Yeah, he had the pick earlier.
He's really struggling.
Off of Luco, he had the pick.
Definitely looked like a cramp. We're hoping for the best for Bova.
Yeah. Again, temperature changes
16.
can cause that.
3 receivers right, lone receiver left.
Press coverage, bottom of your screen.
Clock running, 5 minutes, 4 seconds. Low snap, Dorio under duress. He's going to pick it up and run. Finley Dorio, that's a good burst of speed, and he's out of bounds sliding.
Wiped out somebody down there.
Yeah, that's Kaukauna fans looking for a flag. That was, I think, Finley Dorio sliding instead of trying to stop.
That's
a precautionary thing for his leg.
There's a bench out there, and you are now my brakes for me.
Yep, absolutely. It might play into how his leg feels.
But he looked good there.
That was a good burst of speed, but you could definitely tell not 100% on the speed. 3rd and 5.
Because he probably would have cut up field if he was feeling a little bit better.
3rd and 5.
But that's an 11-yard run on 2nd and 16. That's a big-time run.
It's a drive-saving, potentially run.
Season-saving, potentially.
Dorio looking, time, under duress. Throws far sides, got his man, out of bounds. Good catch. That's what you call. Yeah, it looked like Parker's shoe. 2 hands, secured the ball. I think he got 2 feet in. It's good in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's good in the high school level. 1st and 10, Kaukauna.
Yeah, gain of 9 on that play. 3rd catch for Shoe.
4 minutes, 50 seconds now.
Exactly. I wasn't even watching him. I was watching the bottom of the screen, and that is, and we've seen it all night. That is so physical.
He's gotten a lot
between these corners on both sides.
A lot of separation. I'm kind of surprised.
It is amazing watching the press coverage.
Dorio rolling, looking, throwing, incomplete. More of a throwaway, I think. Didn't like the tight coverage.
Yeah, the crowd in front of us wanting a flag.
There's feet got tangled up between.
Weinberg, there's a little bit of contact there after the ball had gotten past him. It was, again, both these teams are being just unbelievably physical with each other, and that's what you expect.
It's level 4, baby.
Yep. Up there's all big thanks to Tanner in the chat for us. Some Badger leading Sun Prairie East 28-6 in the 4th quarter. So it's looking like the Badgers.
Could be finding himself at the home of the Badgers.
Yeah. They'll fit in perfectly. Down in Lake Geneva.
3 receivers right, Reardon the running back to the left, hip of Dorio. Deep drop, setting up a screen. Reardon catches it, almost could have let it drop. He's going to lose yards on that play.
That's a great play by Jacob Duran, the linebacker. That's a really, really good play by Duran for a loss of 4.
Almost want him to drop that ball to save the yardage and keep the clock stopped. 4:17 and counting.
Yeah.
3rd and 15 now.
And then again, if he had felt the defender there, maybe. But your also thing is make sure he doesn't pop in the air and then someone goes and picks it off. And
this is true.
Your instinct's always going to be catch the ball.
It's always different looking from up here down there.
Yep. Bird's eye view is always different from what we see on the field.
3 receivers left, lone receiver right. That's Shoe. He's doubled. Dorio, pressure, throws. What a catch! Oh, that's got to be a flag. That's a big hit.
That's just a
wow. That's a big hit, and they're going to call timeout here. Injury.
That's one where I don't think that's.
It's not intended.
It's not intentional.
But it was a hit high.
The throw, not really. He's going to the ground. The throw kind of led him into it, and it was like thigh to head. It's an unfortunate play.
Let's step aside.
Yeah, we'll step aside as they look at Danny Poor.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son. The fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in, they don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Back here at Ingalls Field, good to see Danny Poor got up and actually threw the ball to the official. That's a great sign to see. Clock runs, you got to be aware of that. 24-14, Kaukauna trailing and driving. Need 10 points. Danny Poor out after that catch, a great catch to keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 from the 35, you got to go. Dorio checking out. Waunakee changing their defensive formation. Dorio, time, throwing, deep ball to Shu. Intercepted! What an interception by Waunakee!
Lucas Hamilton. Is that 28 or 26, I should say?
26.
I think 28.
28.
So Hamilton, yes. Lucas Hamilton. It looked off the arm. I thought Shu was going to be able to make a play on it at the pylon. The ball just hung up just a little bit. Just a bit. Not by much.
But that's a great defensive play.
It's an incredible play.
I said
by the junior Lucas Hamilton.
I said Shu and Hall win 90% of the jump balls. That's the 10%. And that was a great defensive play.
And now if you're Waunakee, you need a great play right here on this down.
It's not over. If you get a safety
here, you get the ball back.
Possibilities are still alive.
Yes.
Waunakee have been able to move the ball on the ground. They got a great running back in Lindley. This is going to be a huge play.
It's either going to be Lindley or it's going to be Johnson.
Rasmussen also in the backfield. Snap, it's going to Rasmussen. He's going to fall forward out of the pile to get to the 5. Now we're going to have to watch. Kaukauna's going to have to use their timeouts. Maybe not on this play, but the next one.
As I'm starting to see I'm starting to hear the I believe chant from the far side in the Waunakee student section.
Stick around after the game. We'll have an interview with the winning coach and player on the Nasonville Dairy postgame show.
Yep, we'll get the video of them getting the plaque. So we're going to keep it here all the way through the plaque ceremony.
What a game.
This has been amazing.
2 minutes, 50 seconds. 2nd and 6.
Whoever gets through, it's a hard-fought and well-deserved state championship berth.
Lindley into the pile might not get a lot here.
You got about a yard.
Timeout used by Coach Matt Binsfeld.
So there's the first one. So you have to stop him here then.
This is
make him punt. Then you go down and score, and then it's going to come down to an onside kick.
Timeout ghosts. What a season.
For both these teams, no matter what. 11-1. Right now against 12-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Waunakee winning their 40th conference championship in that Badger Large. Kaukauna defeating Big Brother, the first time in close to 30 years defeating Kimberly, clinching the Fox Valley Association Football Championship.
Beating Kimberly, beating Neenah.
West Appear twice.
I don't know which one's the better Appleton school, but beating Appleton schools.
Yep. The only one they fell to is North, I believe. Right?
No, they're also Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac, yes.
And that was a road game. That was Fond du Lac was a very underrated team this year.
They were the second to last. Well, they were the 3rd team out of the 4 left in from the Fox Valley.
Yeah, they made it to level 3.
3rd down. Loud chants from the far sidelines.
Third in the game right here for Kaukauna.
3rd and 3. The game comes down to this snap. Vance Joseph in the gun. He's got Lindley and Rasmussen flanking each hip. It's a snap up the middle.
Yep,
first down, and that essentially is the game for Waunakee.
Gain of 7. Lindley's up to 143 yards rushing. They can still make it, but you're gonna have to get a quick stop here. Yes,
you have to stop the run. Got to hope for a fumble too, essentially.
Yeah, you're hoping. There's a lot of things you're hoping for. And if you're Waunakee, if you're Coach Rice, you're telling your running backs, if any of those hands leaves the ball,
you're out.
You're going to be sitting in the stands the rest of the game.
Yeah. But that's something they've done all game long. 2 hands on the ball, aggressive running.
Yeah, I mean this.
It's been as advertised for this Waunakee offense. Vance Johnson out of the gun. Handoff, Rasmussen, hurdles.
They're kind of holding him up, trying to rip that ball out.
They let that play go a long time. They're only going to get a yard, maybe 2.
Minute 45 or so left. Yeah, they give him 2. But again, that's one where Kaukauna, they were trying to hold him up just to try to rip that ball out. Rasmussen staying tough with it.
Absolutely. The warm the buses
chant.
One of the most.
I mean that's not bad advice. It's not a warm night.
No.
You want to be on a heated bus on the way home.
That's one of the most heart. That's a jab right to the heart. That chant. I love it. Sucks when it's against the team
that you've played for
or you've watched. Yeah. 2nd and 8 here. Waunakee looking to keep moving the ball, keep it on the ground. Rasmussen hit in the backfield and brought down, and Kaukauna will use their timeout.
So if they stop him here, they can get it back with about 20 seconds.
You got to hope for a big chunk play field.
You got to hope for you're hoping you're selling out on the punt return. You're selling out to block that punt. You're telling Carson Van Dinter. You're coming off the edge with everything you have. It's your last play
here in Kaukauna.
Yeah.
Do the Bill Belichick run down the sideline or down the line of scrimmage and try it.
They're going to put him on a wing and they tell him you're screaming off the edge with everything you have.
And Waunakee will counter with the full protection.
Yeah, they will.
And I can't say enough. Coach Rice on that Waunakee side, been with the program since 1992. You said all their state championships, the 7th state championship.
They're on the verge of their 12th state appearance in the last 24 years.
That's kind of unprecedented, just to have a program held to that standard for so long. Obviously, we've seen like Edgar.
Yeah.
And we've seen
But you don't see that in the big schools.
No. It's kind of hard because if you're a big school and you succeed, there's other schools even bigger that want that.
Yes.
It's impressive to see.
And I've been able to learn enough about Waunakee because I went to school with one of their assistant coaches, one of their defensive coaches, and we've talked a lot about what this program has been like. And I'm from the Southern Wisconsin area originally too, so you get the idea of what Waunakee is like, like how good they are.
Snap, Lindley stretching it to the right, trying to find the first down. He's got it, and he wants a little bit more, but he'll slide down. That's a senior there, realizing I don't need to go for 6. I slide down, I go to Madison.
Yep. And up there from Tanner. Marquette took down Kimberly 14-7.
Oh, wow.
The Marquette Hilltoppers going to Madison.
Tanner Lepper, one of the top Mosinee fans.
Yeah, watches all the games.
Him and Dylan Hill are right up there.
Victory formation. This might be the final snap. This will be the final snap.
Yep. As it's within the 40 seconds, Vance Johnson.
Look, and he's just waiting for
the back judge to
get
signal.
the hand up.
And it's
there. It is.
And the great season will continue on as the Waunakee Warriors.
The 12th time since 1999, Waunakee is going to Camp Randall.
They find their way back. A great season by the Galloping Ghosts.
Absolutely.
A great season by all teams that have made it this far.
Absolutely. What a game.
Hold your heads high,
What two unbelievable teams on this cold night in Ripon. What a spectacular game as the clock officially hits 0. And Waunakee punches their ticket to another state championship. Again, to keep things here, we will stay here for the plaque ceremony. After that, we'll have our post-game ad, and I'll head down. I'm going to talk to Coach Rice As well as Benjamin Lindley,
yeah.
man. He's got to be him.
Game-sealing first down.
2 touchdowns, 163 yards on the ground. On 23 carries. I mean, what a senior making a big play over and over and over again. And I said it all year long, it's a shame that one of these teams has to be done. It's the worst part of the end of every season, watching playoff games, is that one of these teams, you know their season is over.
A lot of kids' careers are over
know the tears from the seniors.
I can say for myself, football was my first love. It'll always hold a special place in my heart. I've done radio since 2016, and since I still get choked up. You invest. I mean, I try not to be a homer. I was called a homer by Kimberly fans earlier this year. It's hard not to when you see these kids play passionately.
When you get to know these kids and these coaches.
They play passionately. They play hard. They play with their whole soul on the line, and it's tough watching this. It's one of the hardest goodbyes you'll ever have to say, especially as a kid that's only 18, 17 years old.
Yep. But on the other side, you do have the jubilation of Waunakee. As again, under Coach Rice, their 12th appearance to Madison since 1999. Looking for another title. They're gonna have another ball in the trophy case.
And they're gonna have a great game against Badger next
That's
week.
gonna be incredible. Waunakee and Lake Geneva.
The eve of rifle season is going to have a huge hunt for a gold ball down in Madison.
Yeah, seven games next week. Tomorrow we get the 8-man championship.
We have that on Zaleski Sports.
We'll have highlights of the state championship game tomorrow. Yep, for Thorpe and Florence.
All right, you're gonna head down to the field for Nason.
I will get things ready, and then we'll get a view of the plaque as they give that out. And then I will head down and get Coach Rice.
Hey, they're doing the presentation.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, We ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here at Ingalls Field, the final score, 24-14. The Waunakee Warriors battle their way past the Galloping Ghosts. And a great football game once again. The Galloping Ghosts have had a great season. Congrats to them. Congrats to the seniors, multiple Division I athletes in that program. Mike Whelan downstairs waiting to get his interview started, trying to get Coach Rice and I believe he said Benjamin Lindley to be the player of the game. What a game. Just what a season. And the road continues on for Waunakee. Kaukauna hung tough. Big fear. Finley Dorio injuring his knee early on. He was able to come back and help will this team to what was really a good game right up into it. As it looks like Mike is ready.
Here with your Nason Vidori post-game show. Get those fresh cheese curds daily.
Hey, Lindley!
We're going to get Coach Rice and Lindley out here to line things up. As Waunakee celebrates their trip, as we broadcast live, and Coach. So you're good. But Coach, just talk about the effort of this team. You knew it was going to be a battle going in this type of weather with these two teams. I guess, how did you guys get yourselves ready for a 12th trip to state?
You know what? We just prepared this week hard. We knew Kaukauna was a really good football team. They had obviously a huge line. They had great backs, great personnel all over the field, and we understood the challenge it was going to be. But we thought, we're not too bad either, to be honest with you. And we prepared our kids mentally that this was going to be a battle, and that they were going to have the crowd, and they were going to have all these different things going on. But we weren't going away. And I know a lot of people wonder how we'll be when we get drug into deep water, and I think we answered that question tonight. We can play, and we're not going to go away and flinch. And I give Kaukauna all the credit in the world because they took us there, but I thought our kids responded really well and played their hearts out.
And when they got it to 17-14, what were you telling the guys in the huddle knowing that it was back to a 3-point game with a quarter to play?
one snap at a time. We really didn't surprise us that it was close. Like I said, Kaukana's a good football team. So we just talk about one snap at a time, staying in the moment, offense, defense, special teams, and winning that snap. And I think that's what we did. So.
And then defensively, you guys really clamped down late. Your pass rush was just exceptional tonight. I guess, what does it mean for you to know that you were able to make the plays needed, especially in that passing game, to really kind of put this one on ice?
Yeah, I mean, our defense has been outstanding all year. And, those pass rushers, the D-line, it's great. They had us kind of in between three down, 4 down type stuff. And I thought that, once we got them into a 2-score game, they became a little bit more predictable. So we were having to defend a little bit less, to be honest with you. But, boy, their quarterback's great. Their offensive line's great. We just tried to keep them in front and keep tackling and keep making plays. And we thought we might be able to get either a strip sack or a pick, which we did get the pick. And I give Kaukauna credit. They're a well-coached team. They played great. And our kids just responded really well.
And going forward, you get to play in another few days. What do you know about Badger?
Oh, is that who? I didn't even.
Last time we saw they were up by multiple scores.
Okay. We played them in the playoffs before. I know they're a great program if they've beaten Kettle Moraine and some Parade, some of these schools. So I'm sure they're an option team. So we'll have our work cut out for us. They're a big-time option team. So, we'll be back to the drawing board here this weekend.
That's you, Coach. A great job today. Congratulations. Thanks. Get back safe and good luck next week.
Okay, thank you.
So then if we can find Lindley once again.
Hey, Ben Lindley. Ben Lindley. Hey, Ben.
So we'll get Ben Lindley joining us as our Highlight House Player of the Game on his way to a state championship game once again for the Warriors. First of all, congratulations, man, as you see our camera up in that middle box there. First of all, talk about that final drive. You're on your own goal line knowing that a safety still makes this a one-score game, and they needed you guys to get out of the shadow of your end zone. What were you guys saying to each other in the huddle knowing that a couple first downs and you guys are going to state?
Yeah, we were just saying we just got to move the pile, hold on to the ball, and really just get yard by yard and just get first down. We'll be good.
And running hard seemed to be kind of the theme, whether it's you or Rasmussen. You guys were falling forward, getting that extra yard.
Yeah.
How do you handle the contact on a cold day like this with some of the hits you guys took?
Honestly, we just got to keep pushing. It might be sore tomorrow, but we just got to keep playing. We got to have mental toughness.
And then a couple of touchdowns as well today, and on the goal line situations, they're trusting you to get it in. I guess what does it mean for you as a senior that you're the guy on this team that they're going to trust you anytime you need a big play?
It's pretty cool for my teammates and coaches to trust me like that, and I got to credit my offensive line. They make it pretty easy for me, so shout out to them.
Well, absolutely, and of course, a program like Waunakee, I've been calling them the Kimberly of Division II. You guys seems like every year you guys are down in Madison. You guys got another trip now this week, I guess. What's the bus ride home going to be like for you guys getting ready for one more game?
It's going to be electric. We're going to be bumping music, having fun. It's going to be a real fun time.
And then last, I guess, what do you want to say to anyone who's watching home who couldn't be here, who are watching the Warriors?
Go Warriors, man. We're going to win it all next week.
Okay, we're going to do one last thing for you. So you see your camera there. I'm going to give the microphone, go ahead, just go, I'm Ben Lindley, and I'm in the house.
Okay.
Okay? Got it.
I'm Ben Lindley, and I'm in the house.
Great job, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ben Lindley, our highest player of the game, 163 yards and a couple of scores tonight. That being said, we'll wrap things up here. Congratulations to the Waunakee Warriors, state appearance number 12 since 1999 with this 24-14 win over the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. So to wrap things up, we're going to turn it over to J-Town to say so long and wrap up another spectacular season here on Zaleski Sports.
That it was a great season. Great job, Mike, down on the field. Great job, Joel, Will, and Trent. I said this multiple times. You guys have literally been the rock to keep this thing going. I appreciate y'all. Great season once again by Waunakee. Congratulations. Keep it on rolling. And Kaukauna, a great season for those seniors and for the entirety of the team. What's next for us on Zaleski Sports? We got boys basketball, Kaukauna boys basketball. The home games will be on Zaleski Sports. A select few home games. A few of them I will not be able to make it to. So until December 1st, potentially, December 1st, the first home boys basketball game of the season. So for Joel, Will, Trent, this is J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski signing out on what has been a great football season.